Right? Fair.
This was game one.
Okay. How was the draft like? I'm assuming that they picked
Our
Sivir after.
for this game, for these games, he wasn't here for these.
Your coach wasn't. What about the Sivir pick? Was that after or before? This is a great invade, by the way.
This was before, I want to say. We are one Ashe. I
You
usually get
are
first
one
picked.
dart. Okay.
Yeah.
Flash is here. Poppy no flash. You need one more hit here. Okay. Nice. Very okay. Since you're playing in a losing lane, Sivir would just naturally counter you, and then any type of engage Braum would throw out. I would always suggest actually, if you can, just kind of be vocal and say, "Give it to me," because then you can actually come back to lane with the dagger, or even if you really want to kind of be a nuisance in lane, come back with a longsword as well. Longsword extra
Mm-hmm.
pot.
We're not really good at handing over kills.
I mean, Victor, it's fine, it's whatever, but Victor into
Yeah.
Veigar is kind of like a skill matchup. And when you're talking about the context of like Sivir Ashe, I'm sure that there's going to be moments in this game where, you know, you're going to throw out your ultimate and then it just does not hit because of the way that Sivir works.
Yep. I tried blinding the ult a lot from like out of range, and she was really good at a reaction.
So, because you're playing Project Ashe 2, I'm sure that you're running this on a. Hold on, let me make sure that my app is showing here. An app does not want to come on. Give me a second, sorry.
You're fine.
Okay,
Sure that I'm running this on what?
because you're playing Project Ashe, I'm gonna assume that you already know about the usage of her skin. So because the ult is somewhat skinnier and the hitbox actually doesn't match. The thing about
Yeah.
Ashe is that a lot of times what you also can do to kind of deter and kind of bait out Sivir is
Mm-hmm.
throw out your E, especially when we're talking about the context of like level 3, level 4ish. You can just throw
Mm-hmm.
out your E because then she'll kind of back up, assuming that you're either throwing out the W or your ult. Another skin that does that very, very well, I'm not sure if you own it or not, is High Noon. You're good to just stick on to Project, but High Noon can do that as well. Is it miscommunication here? Where I'm walking up?
Yeah. There was zero communication on that. He just kind of went, and it was like, oh.
Okay, so in order to actually make this beneficial as well here, the
Yeah.
Braum kind of misplays this because there's like no communication here. This is a good shield as well, but it's too late. He should always wait for Sivert Q and then you throw it because now you both are going to get chunked out here. So the second that you walk into this range here with the
Yeah.
Braum,
Is when I
you're
start getting chunked.
well,
Yeah.
you're on the same page as the Q. So not only are you getting hit with this Q initially,
We're both
you're going to
getting
get
hit.
hit
Yeah.
by when it comes back, right?
Yeah. So I should have kept the angle over it was at standing rather than walking towards him.
Well,
Yeah.
since there's no further play, right? Braum is moving back
Mm.
here. What you can do instead of going up here is just kind of stay where you were over here.
Yeah.
Because you're only in position as Sivir, and then that way, if she is trying to go for the Braum over here, you know, you have free access just to free hit. And that
Mm.
also deters Thresh from even walking up. He has exhaust, right? And so
Yeah.
let's say that what he did was like let's say that he holds on to his flay, which he obviously used, but let's say he held onto his flay, he can flash flay both of you here, exhaust you,
Yeah.
and then Sivir's still free hitting. Yeah, because you lose just a chunk out of that for like no reason, and now you are forced to use two pots here to be about maybe 60 to 70%. The wave is fine here actually, because you know Jarvan is there. You're gonna push this in, okay? You can actually go for a cheater recall here.
I was this the game that we did, or it might have been the other game before that. I'm trying to remember.
How much gold do you have? You have 1,000.
Enough to get a long story, I think. Yeah.
Longsword, dagger, and boots. Just an unlucky. Good flash. Are you dead here? Honestly, I wouldn't even
Yeah.
exhaust because I know I'm just dead.
Okay.
Like on that play, whenever you're caught out in these situations, that includes jungle picks as well. Let's say that you're over here in the alcove, right? You have no barrier of exit. You're right here, and enemies are going to be right here. Or like, let's say that, you know, they've pretty much kind of cycled you in. There's no point in flashing away, because the second that you flash away, you know, now you're looking at someone constantly following it up here, or even here. There's realistically no point. And so you'd rather always save your sums for your next rotation or next fight, because now when Braum wants to go in here, you know, you're not going to have that availability. She already used exhaust on you. And it's not like, you know, the wave is horrible either. The wave is actually pretty fine. You're going to come back, yeah.
Yeah,
Bait
I'm
out
gonna
her
come back. The wave's
flash.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And she actually ends up dying here. I think we
On
get the
Sivir as well,
double,
what it's, yeah, she uses a pot too for some reason. On Sivir as well, it's really, really good always to deny her, in the sense that, so if you can freeze the wave, it is really perfect, because then she only has the Q, and because she's going mana mune, she's going to be weak. So if you can kind of create this like little pseudo barrier here where you hold the wave approximately here, that allows for your Graves to enter as well. So the problem with you actually walking up into the middle of the wave here is that you need to have so much going for you in terms of knowing exactly where Jarvan is. Because if Jarvan, let's say that the game is like this.
Yeah, like right there, we knew Jarvan was topside. He was in the jungle. We saw him.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's perfect. I'm saying on these next waves though.
Oh yeah. No, 100%. We were keeping track of that. Like I said, I was using my E to like lock in, because usually I'm used to J4s like doing 2 camp and then coming straight bot lane.
So
And like
the thing
we
about
were able
like
to
playing
tell
here,
exactly where he was.
right? But the thing about playing here on to this like middle center area is that Thresh has a lot of utility in order to actually just lantern you in for a lane gank. And so, you know, we're kind of worried about entrance from here, but unless you have this area warded, or even maybe like deeper, and crowd control, you're not gonna really know where Jarvan is. And because you're also Ashe, you're very immobile. So the thing with Sivir as well is that Jarvan has a better entry into your lane than Graves, and so it's easier for him
100%.
to gank, right? So it just makes it a lot easier if Graves can enter. If Graves can kind of enter from this path, just direct, or even through your lane, that way Braum
Quick
can just run
rundown.
to
He
him.
doesn't gank bot.
Why? This is, you just
Our
played through Ashe
jungler
this game.
refuses to.
Yeah, but you're the only champion that's going to be
Our jungler
dealing
refuses.
like. Yeah, that's disappointing. That sucks. But ideally, that should be the play here, because you can't really walk up, right? Because you're
I disagree.
Ashe.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I agree with you, because like lane's in a great spot. Like we can hold it here. Like,
Yeah, this is really good. What you're doing here,
this is good for him.
Yeah. What you're doing here is perfect, because she's fucked. She has to constantly throw a Q. You're in no threat of Jarvan. You're playing this lane extremely, extremely safe here. He is going to be pathing towards bot, but there's no way of you knowing. Okay, actually, no. Now you would know. Barely no. Okay, he was just barely out of your range.
And like I knew my support was gonna roam.
Yeah,
that's what he likes to do after the reset.
When he has tempo, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes when he doesn't, but we'll get to that.
On your buy as well, by the way, since Ashe works in the sense that you want to stack 4 autos, then you get Q. Honestly, and this is going to sound really, really cheeky, I would, if you could, drop the longsword purchase and just go for daggers, so I build into Zerkers quicker. Because she's going to outtrade you.
You like doing early boots?
It depends on certain champs, not always. But in this specific game, you would, because she's going to outdamage you whether you like it or not on her Q. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much where that ARAM
especially since she went Dark Harvest. Right here's where I don't think
You can't move. Yeah. No, you can't. You had to hold the wave here. If anything, you'd freeze. You wouldn't push. And then this fight is kind of just lost. So I would just back up and continuously push that wave in. Or just hold. Yeah, Braum should exit here. He's trying to trade back, but there's no point. He has shutdown. That was dumb. This is a good return here. You're not in danger at all. This is also a really bad buy from Braum. Mobility boots into this game seems really, really troll. You'd want to go Lucidities. That way you can proc your Q faster. They're all very, very ranged. Vigor's going to shut you down with Cage. Poppy will deter you from going forward with W. They have a Thresh as well. There's no point in being closer to them if it means that they have disengage. Like, sure, he roams the map quicker, but what would you rather do? Roam quicker and get denied, or be able to have that shield up constantly or Q?
This is where I kind of get fucked because
this is a fucked lane for you. This is really, really bad for you. Your support as well.
Luckily, they're pushing it in. But
your support's kind of trolling by not having that sweeper. Be vocal enough to say, hey, on your second or third back, you need sweeper, because you know they always will know if Graves is coming with this ward, and no one has placed a pink ward either. I don't.
Yeah, I got a pink on my next back. I usually try to get one on my first one, but I didn't have enough.
Yep. Also, I understand the reasoning for refillables this game. Just because it is Sivir and she's going to be hitting hard, I probably would have went 3-pot instead, because you get more healing from 3-pot than just normal refillable. But it is econ friendly for refillable, so you can't go wrong either way.
Usually when I go refillable, I don't usually go 3-pot because I feel like I at least get more value out of it, and I can always resell it to get some of the money back later.
Yeah, you 100% do. Because instead of just constantly buying 3-pot, you just get refillables once and you're pretty much good. Plus you have biscuits. What were your runes this game?
I went the lethal tempo into her slow thing.
Cut down good, presence of mind good, alacrity good, yeah, biscuit. Honestly, you could have done without biscuit, I think. Approach velocity, really good actually.
Yeah, it's the only reason I go in that fucking tree is for approach velocity.
Yeah. I mean, you need it on Ashe, right? It synergizes so well.
What would you go then rather than biscuits? I don't know. Like that whole like tree is really shit in my opinion. Other than that,
it is.
Like I don't like going boots because it like locks in my boots for when I can get them.
Right, and that really like is kind of beneficial to have boots early, especially when you're talking about Jarvan and stuff like that. Instead of going the biscuits, what you could have done was future market. That way you kind of dip into Zerkers earlier. Or you also could have just went time work tonic, because then your refillable becomes that valued 3-pot. Actually, wait, sorry, you can't go time work tonic because you're on approach velocity. What you could do instead then is you could go for probably futures market.
Here's where we get fucked again, because I guess, I don't know, maybe I should have asked them to just help us shove it in, because then this whole thing happens in our zone, and technically they could freeze the lane if they were good, but they didn't.
What happened here? Hold on.
So he attempted to gank, which again, never usually happens, we never play bot side.
This is so shit.
Yeah.
This is bad. Okay, so in this lane, I understand that you're Ashe, right? But you should not be the one starting this off. Braum should be baiting out the spell shield with Q. You know, your ult is on a cooldown that's way longer than Braum. And so this, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but this pathing is just so weird. Because he's like eerily close to the wave, and then he cuts close, and then he just goes long. And the way he enters too, he doesn't smoke screen anything. On this play, if Braum had flash, what Braum needs to do is just auto, and then you tag for Q, then you can ult. Because I
was just thinking use ult, get our spell shield out of the way, and then maybe we can make something happen if I can get the spell shield. Because it was already like.
Yeah, but see, the thing about that play would be that it's incredibly deep here. There's no way of following up, because let's see, she gets tagged over here. Sorry, I don't know why that's such a big. Let's say she gets tagged over here. There's no way of Graves walking into that. It's just so far off, because your Braum has no flash. Graves is gonna smoke screen, sure, but you also have the lantern to worry about. That's kind of the key factor here into this matchup. It's the Thresh lantern and how he can kind of disengage this. I think Graves played this horribly though. What ideally you should have done better was make this less obvious. Braum suddenly goes from standing right next to you on this line to right just walking up. There's no reason why he would do this. Instead, let's say I'm going to give you two scenarios. In the event that he wants to do this and Graves is situated over here, what he should have went is he should have approached from this side, and he should have made it look like he's either sweeping if he had a sweeper or looking for vision by walking into these bushes. There's no point in
like looking at this. Actually, I feel like I'm out of position. I feel like I should be upward. Because then I feel like if something like happens, then like I feel like I'm not technically in range.
Yeah, you're way out of range for W, so that's why like you're forcing this for no apparent reason.
So I actually think I should have been standing up further, which again would have made it even more obvious.
Yeah, this is just super obvious. The other scenario that I was mentioning is Graves actually entering from lane. They have no vision here. And so
Yep.
if you're allowing them to push in, which they have a huge wave here, and Jarvan is more than likely going to cover top since Victor's on the way top, this is so beneficial. If Graves is sitting into the bush and Braum is also in the bush, Braum can get a blind Q off, or let's say even Thresh walks a little bit far forward, then you have the ability to actually ult the Thresh. Because the Thresh should be the target here, not the Sivir. Sivir has a spell shield. It's the same thing when you play against Morgana. You're trying to go for the Morgana. That way she can either waste her black shield on herself, or you can just go for the AD later. In this scenario, there's only a spell shield on Sivir. That's always going to be guaranteed on Sivir. And you know Thresh already has no flash. Sivir still has both sums up. But it's obvious either way if you're coming from the left here. You get a flash out, but that's about it.
Yeah, which I guess was worth considering she didn't really need to. In my
Yeah, but
opinion.
the wave is even in a weirder
Yeah,
spot.
that's why I
now
said
for you.
I think I should have asked them to show us in, but then
Yeah, you
again we
have
would have
to.
had a fight. I don't know.
Uh,
Because now we're forced to back off.
now you're forced to back off. They have
yeah,
a way bigger wave than you. That wave is
they could
on
have
the way
technically
too.
froze.
Yeah, if they freeze here, your lane is done. Because they have all these minions, and then they have these approaching ones as well. And you have nothing to stop this.
Yeah.
Why the Graves pick? Because it seems like you have a pick comp, so why Graves?
I don't know. Like I said, our coach wasn't drafting. They picked I'm trying to remember draft order. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Okay, you're going Immortal Shieldbow, pretty good.
Give me a sec. I'll get you draft order.
No worries.
So it can make more sense to you.
Yeah, I'm just really confused here. Also, why did they leave Ornn up?
I have no clue why they did. They're not.
Yeah, see, it's like that scenario here. She actually just used Spell Shield too, on the Braum Q, or at least I think it was the Braum Q. Spell Shield on some. Was it?
He didn't stream draft. Damn.
Yeah, so that's ideally how this lane should be playing. Because she's going to spell shield regardless. And so whether she spell shields your W or his Q, you still have that follow-up here. And obviously I'm not saying ult this, because this is a really bad play. There's no way to follow this up. But when you're looking at the context of a gank, that is exactly how it should play out. Unless you're going for Thresh again, who is very immobile, as opposed to Sivir, who has the spell shield. I like this buy here. Empiric Scepter, really, really good. Gives you a little bit of healing, especially with the Q.
Well, I think I was figuring I was going to be going Wits on second, so that's why I went in it. Because
honestly, if I were you, I'd probably go LDR second. I'd probably go LDR second, because regardless, you're going to be kind of in the cross airs of the Veigar. And so the LDR would provide you with much more reasonability for the Poppy and the Jarvan, who both have you on their fucking hit list. LDR would allow you to scale perfectly as well with a crit, because you're gonna get base crit on your Immortal Shieldbow, and then it would proc 2 on every single auto of those Qs, which is like super ideal, because that's the way that old Ashe was played, right? With Bork and LDR, the way that you just melt people. Ashe is one of those like health percentage melters. This is good right now. You're holding the wave because you don't know where Jarvan is. The second Jarvan appears on top side, I think you guys can just shove and then you back, because there's not much else for you guys to go for, unless Graves actually wants to come around and dive. This is super diveable. I would just shove. Yeah, because you're on a cheater here. If you can just shove.
We still don't know where J4 is, so that's why, yeah.
Yeah, but you just saw Sivir backing, right? So there's no way that J4 would cover bot.
No, it was outside of our revision, I think.
No, but you saw her channel. Like, she was channeling in the wave, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it was out. Okay, but the second that they back up like this and he just used Lantern, essentially means that they are not going to continuously fight that or just continue the chase, because there's no reason why he would throw Lantern in the wave unless he's just trying to get souls. Ooh, good try.
Yeah, usually I'm pretty good at doing cross map ults, but this game was not a good game for me.
That's a really late TP from Viego, and Ornn just ints that. Is Viego, or not Viego, is Victor dead here? Yeah. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Braum didn't even go into the brush. They can see his ass.
Yeah, they saw him 100%, but they still walked forward.
Victor has ult. Oh,
but now this is so also weird. Really bad for me too.
Yeah, and now Braum has to reset. Oh, and you lose so much out of this. Sure, you get J4 here, but
we do not play to bot side at all in our games, by the way.
Why?
We don't.
What the fuck am I looking at? What is this fight? Oh, this is so shit for you. You're losing 2 plates here. Yeah, or I guess 1 and then close on the second.
No, I keep losing plates because this fight's still going. It hasn't ended yet.
Why? This is so unneeded. Ornn finishes this, I'm sure, but this is such an unneeded skirmish that makes no sense. You guys are in the driver's seat, and for whatever reason, you guys are forcing. He gets the one... Oh. He gets the 1v2, like, scenario where he pushes J4 out of the tower after he killed him, but there did not need to be a follow-up, because then they give shutdown, too. Like, this is all dandy, because I guess Braum gets items, Victor gets kills, and then I guess Ornn gets a wave? But you lost so much out of bot side, it's not even funny. You're down 13 CS, and now you're down 500 gold as well. Oh, man. In a losing matchup, too. Oh, shit. That probably feels awful.
Yeah.
It's so weird, too, that Graves actually didn't... This is so bizarre to me. So on this play here. So Graves is doing the drag here, and for whatever reason, he actually does not walk down. You guys should 100% collapse on this. Even if you don't have...
That's what I was saying. And he was like, no.
No, this is collapsible. I would get off dragon immediately and then just jump the wall, because...
I remember, I specifically was calling that. I was like, can we go do this? No. And he's like, no.
You can fight this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he's probably worried about J4. But no, so on that play here, you can't move because the wave is shoving in. But what you do essentially is that you have to walk up, and then Graves immediately gets off the dragon, and you force them.
That's why I started walking up that way, and he said no. So I was like,
bad call by your jungler then.
Yeah,
100%. Because this is dead. Okay, let's be realistic.
Yeah, I felt like he was completely isolated. There was nothing, like even Sivir, like if she ults flashes.
Well, Sivir's in the wave.
Still
you saw Sivir right here,
yeah.
right? And there's
like even if, that's what I said. Even if she ult flashes, like he still should 100% be dead.
Well, these arrows are essentially Thresh's like flash area, and even then he didn't have flash for another like 5 seconds.
No, I was talking Sivir. Like even if just for her to get into the fight, she would have to flash.
She can. Yeah, she can. Yeah. But I'm saying that Thresh, let's say you guys collapse on this, and then Thresh does flash.
Yeah.
No, you still have follow up.
Either way, he's still in a dead zone.
Yeah, he's dead. I don't know. That's just
like yeah.
And you get something out of this at least instead of just constantly losing. Why do you guys never play towards bot if your coach is an AD carry main?
Because our top is really good and our mid is really good.
But your top is on utility. Your top is on Ornn.
Yep, but he will only perma gank top. He does not touch bot.
Sure, but Ornn is a champion that will play for scale.
I 100% agree. It's the same thing when he's playing Malphite. We tell him, do not gank top.
You go top for a Malphite.
He does.
Man, this sounds so fucking silly. Oh my god.
It's a little tilting. I'm not gonna lie.
But you're down now 600 gold.
This is how we play it though. Is that like I'm trying to figure out like how I can personally improve. because like we don't play around me at all.
No,
We
the
just
waves.
we give the ADCs free plates, and then I feel like I'm always behind, and I can
Yeah.
never like actually output any damage.
So I will say here on this play, Braum did the correct notion of tagging with the Q. I don't know what that Q was, but he actually. Oh, this is also it's a really bad shield. But when he tags Sivir here, you guys should both communicate, hey, we're gonna do this. And this is exactly a play earlier where I was saying that the E on Project Ashe and High Noon essentially it looked like the W and alt, and it's really hard to understand which you're like being thrown at. That's why sometimes in pro play as well, you'll see an Ashe just if you do see an Ashe, you'll see an Ashe just throw out an E at the opponent trying to bait something out. In this play though, she walks up to this. I think you should have just fired alt too, because the path of your alt is going to just be here, and whether she stands still or walks up to get hit by this Q, she's going to get tagged either way and potentially will get stunned. She can only spell shield one of these abilities. She can't spell shield both. Right? It's not Morgana alt. It actually goes away from the first thing that gets it. So you're either gonna have to pick your poison. You either get tagged with this shit or you get tagged with this. And obviously she has Thresh Lantern coming in, so she's gonna be, you know, kind of taken away to safety more or less. But you definitely could pull the trigger. But I don't know about this. This is dumb too. When they see you guys are kind of forcing this more or less because they see Graves on this board.
Yeah.
Like this is disabled, right? And so they know that he's here. They even saw his ass before he went to try. And the second that Braum enters, again, it's all about the pathing. It's all about making it noticeable or not. Instead of entering through try, what Graves should have done was just walk through your lane. Because your wave was still on an even state and it's actually pushing up now.
Yeah.
But this is like the obviousness that I'm talking about when it comes to the bot. But look, she walks up, gets hit by the Q here. She pops her ult, sure. But in that split second, what you should have done was communicate, hey, let's both use our ults here. Because then that way you actually can probably guarantee her flash at least. I don't blame you for the way that you're playing this game though. Sure, on some plays your spacing could be better, but I'm sure that like when team fights actually erupt, we'll get to see. Because right now your wave states are kind of whatever. Truth be told, it's all dependent on Braum, the inefficiency to gank bot, and them just playing 2v1 in your lane, and you can't do anything. But thankfully, Ashe is a champion that kind of holds well for 2v1 scenarios.
Yeah, like, I don't know. They want me on more utility, because again, we don't play bot, so...
Like Varus? I'm assuming Ashe, Varus...
Ashe, Jhin,
Jhin.
Yeah, Ashe, Jhin, and Vigor.
And who, sorry?
Vigor.
Who is that?
Vigor, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vagar would have been good here bot actually, but they already took it. I disagree with the Jhin, especially if they play towards support perma roaming towards top side or mid. Jhin is not a champion that is forgiving at all when you are down. Ashe is kind of whatever because you still have that utility.
You will see that next game.
Yeah, I'm dreading it. You need to kind of get a better sense of when to back though, because I understand that there's like that cautiousness about whether I'm gonna be getting caught out here. This doesn't hit, unfortunate. Good try though. But there's always that cautiousness on whether or not they left the lane. Honestly, because you're pocketing so much.
Oh, that 100%. Like again, I knew they left. Like, but at the same time, like I'm trying.
You don't
want
to give tower.
Yeah, I don't want to give tower, and I want to hold like the lane where it's at, because she's just gonna come right back in and just like completely shove it towards her.
Yeah, that's fair, and you probably are at a loss too if they do shove in. You definitely lose this shit. But at the same time,
right here, they're all going top, and I'm like, they can at least get first tower if I can hold it right here. Like 100%, I want the back there because like I'm already have my mythic. I have enough gold for plus that. So,
you don't play. Okay, you play for game. You're an AD that plays for game. Like you'll accept loss if it means that you can win out on something else on the map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a skewed mindset though, because like, I mean,
again, this is how I've been kind of conditioned in these fights. Is just we don't play for me.
It's a good hawk shot. This is really good, by the way.
Yeah. Because I'm getting pushed in. I'm like, we know that he reset because he just died. So let's see if he went bot side. But yeah, here I already know I'm chunked. We lost, but we already got our tower. They told me to pull a trigger, so I was like, fuck it. Maybe something could happen.
This is so greedy. Yeah. This is so greedy. They knew Jarvan is bot too. Your hawkshot revealed him.
Yep, we were already talking about it. He was bot too.
Oh, this is so bad. And he uses Locket, so now you don't have Locket on next rotation. It's kind of dumb to flash there because you know Jarvan will follow up with the flash anyways. And then Braum
I
wastes
did
his
it once
ult.
too.
Braum
I did
wastes
it
his
once
ult.
too. It was so
Oh,
bad.
you did?
Yeah, I flashed before he pulled, and then I knew he was gonna follow up, but I still did it because of reflex.
Yeah, Jarvan always follows up. But this is dumb now because Graves loses flash, and you also don't have your own ult for your lane. But it's not like
Yeah.
Braum is in your lane though, so. And you guys do not play through, like, when you say you're not playing through bot, like, you guys don't even make a play bot. Why is is
No.
Braum like super cautious? Did they tell you guys not to make plays?
No, he wants to go, but the problem is he doesn't like
He doesn't
understand
communicate?
controlled go. And no, he doesn't communicate when he's going. He just goes.
Hey, this is fine. What'd you buy? Oh, you're going Wits End. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I told
Wits
you.
End steel caps?
Yeah.
Okay. Understand steel caps. I would probably just go Zerkers though, truth be told. And if you really want to play utility, then
I don't
you
usually
kinda...
build steel caps, but I was like, this game I was feeling because again, I don't know, they had a lot of AD. She was starting to hurt. It was like, yeah.
If you really want to play utility, just go Lucidity.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get more value out of it. It's the same reasoning why.
That's true. That's fact.
Why Braum would go Lucidity.
Mm-hmm.
Also in these fights too, honestly, if Sivir's just gonna constantly be bot, I'd say fuck it and then try to give my team the advantage by being in the fight. That way you try to mitigate some gold loss by at least getting a kill. Sure, you'll give over a lot of, like, not a lot, but a fair bit of CS, which you're already going to be down naturally anyway since you were 2v1. But at least you can try to get some shutdown, try to get some bounties. I'd pull the trigger there if I were you. Braum has ult in a second. Yeah, back up here. This is fine. Ooh, this is really crazy. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
am I
there were a
watching?
couple whiffs. There was a couple whiffs.
Well, it seemed like you guys didn't know who to go for. There's miscommunication. He wants to go for Jarvan, and then Victor wants to go for Sivir. After this,
Yeah,
you guys transition.
They both went to Sivir. Yeah.
You guys should immediately go to Baron, though.
Oh, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
does not turn out well. Does not turn out well.
The sweeper is kind of troll to hit towards them. I would personally hit it towards our jungle, just because then we have vision control. If you hit it towards them, they automatically know that you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how does this go bad? Why is Victor over
Did I hit it, or did who hit it?
What happened here? They placed a pink that gets someone. Okay.
So we know they're there. We're talking about turning this. Our jungle doesn't. This one he does have Sven on. So this is where we're talking. All right, go Poppy, I guess. And, yeah.
You go Veigar. Why are you going Poppy?
I think because Poppy was there, and that's where we were talking right there.
Yeah, but on this play, right? Veigar's isolated. Jarvan is hovering Poppy.
Again, I'm trying to remember comps.
You're good. You're good. But it makes more sense here because Victor, what he should do is he should put out his void field right here, and so you have Victor W here, which would stop Veigar from walking up here. Or even if you want to be super efficient, you put it into the pit. That way they get frozen immediately, and then you're not really a sitting duck anymore. You guys don't even have cooldowns, so it's kind of hard to like fight this.
Yeah, that's why we decided afterwards it was a bad fight because like we didn't have our engage, like we didn't have Orin ult, we didn't have my ult, like.
Yeah, but Braum just, I don't know, he's just walking up. Okay, Veigar has no flash. I'm assuming that you guys have timed this. Braum needs to flash out of the cage and just auto the Veigar, and then you guys just lock his ass down and he's dead. Because look how close he gets to the Braum. This is a huge misplay from Braum too. Okay, Graves gets hit out at the field, whatever. Look at this. He was right next to him for like that split second. And immediately, like, Braum actually walks into this. So Braum is right here before the cage kind of goes out. Flash auto, and then you follow up. You're kind of going to be taken out because you're already in the back here. But Graves can follow this up. And you continuously chase that. Like, at this point, Graves has a harder distance traveling to the Baron than he does to Veigar. Veigar is closer by all means.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this game is horrible for Red Smite. It should be blue. No champion in this game is going to be exhausted enough to a point where they're going to be skirmishable. Graves is the skirmisher anyways. They're all super mobile. And some of these champions too, once they put down their disengage, they have nothing else going for them. So if you have blue smite here, this is dead 100%. I would just give Baron or like try to steal Baron at least, but you can easily kill the Veigar here and then clean up. Because Jarvan has already used his EQ in. Poppy already has tried to go in. You can blow flashes, but this guy, this little fucker is dead 100%. Yeah. And now he's just free hitting everyone, and you lose it anyways. So it's funny because I mentioned that. Yeah. Well, I mentioned that Graves could path towards Veigar and it's gonna be faster, and that's exactly what he did here. But because you guys don't even have lockdown or like no one has any type of slow or anything on him, like it's just super inefficient. Yeah, because you're zoned off here, you can't do anything. So the only path that you could go for is Veigar. Yeah, you guys get flashes, but that's about it. Rum is overstaying as hell. You guys should be on reset. Ashe catches bot wave after mid.
Nope.
Why? They collapse?
Yep. This is where I said I flashed.
Yeah, the only way you can go for mid here efficiently is if you know that they already backed. Because you know they'll pull the trigger. And you have no backup actually. Yeah, you actually should have just backed up.
Yeah, it was a really bad.
At least to get TP. I don't know why Poppy TP'd.
I don't know.
Hey. Well, now he flashes. See, that doesn't make any sense why he would flash Q Veigar here. You'd continuously chase onto the river. Because Poppy's not dead yet. Yeah, and you're flashing for what? Oh, god damn. Okay. But now he's dead anyways.
Actually, no.
Really? Why did Poppy not
Really?
go for him? Why did he Q that way? He's trying to slam and kill Poppy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this fight? You should chase this. You should 100% be on his ass. Because you had that slow. Okay, huge wave bot set up for drag. Drag's up in 20 seconds. The thing I've noticed as well as a team, you guys don't set up for objectives early.
We talk about it and we sometimes do, but like
I mean, on Dragons, it's always efficient to set up vision
to
control.
do 130.
Like, yeah, well, not even that. I'd cut it even closer. 120 to like 110 should be the time where you already.
Oh, we talk about 130 recall, and then we were talk about going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. This is really troll for Braum. Can get caught out here easily. Yeah, I don't know why Braum is taking the crab. Okay.
Yeah, this fight was not good for us.
I think Graves just missed his ult. I think Graves just missed his ult. This is really good for Graves just kind of flanking here. I don't know why he's still on Thresh. Does he miss his ult? Fires it.
We all clump up for Veigar though.
Yeah, he missed it. Wow. Jarvan is dead here if he hits that ult. It doesn't matter. I guess you get it anyway. Okay. You couldn't exhaust anyone, so it's fine. If anything, what you could have done is exhaust Jarvan just so that he gets less healing on that Gore Drinker when he goes in with the ult, but that's about it.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was a high value, but maybe I guess I could have.
100% it's not, but I mean, like, it's the context of killing him faster and kind of getting out one utility. I don't know about that flash out of the cage. What the fuck is going on? Your guys' games are so dysfunctional. This is so weird. Nice. Let's go, right? I mean, your Ornn does not want to give kills to anyone else, huh? Poppy's dead and he's like, Graves taking it? Fuck no. Are you guys just starting it? Why is Graves so scared? Even if they take here, you literally can just kill Jarvan and then push mid.
That's what I said. We were on like pathing first. Like they have nothing. Like
yeah,
don't worry about it.
You have tempo. Your teammates
yeah,
are
no, this
respawning
is what.
faster.
Yeah, that's what I said. To just go, and he was like, "No, we don't know," and then he went.
Is
Finally,
Grips
so.
the IGL? Is he the shot caller?
Yes.
Oh.
It's starting to turn out to our mid. It's our jungle in mid.
This is really good for you too. But see what I mean by the wits end by the way. So you're gonna get hit by Veigar no matter what here. LDR, at least you can chunk out Jarvan and Poppy. Poppy at this point too has really no deterrent other than the Eclipse and the Liandry's. No one else is really on her ass. And like, I'm not saying you're gonna be the 1-1v1 Poppy, but if you can safely free hit, then you're pretty much just gonna melt her entire HP bar, and there's not really much that she can do here. Oh wow, your teammates actually said fuck the mid lane and they just tried forcing this.
Yup. And then we were like, no.
Yeah, your mid game is really nasty as a team.
Mine personally?
No, yeah. as a team. It's bad. Braum should be hovering you though. At this point, Braum can't continuously go in, especially when we're talking about the context of vision control. But like, you are just kind of a sitting duck here, and there's not much you can do here.
Yeah, I just catch waves. I'm a wave catcher.
I don't know, sounds lame. So on this play too, what you guys should do is, since you guys have Ornn... Wait, no way is this real, right? Ornn is TPing?
Yeah.
Why? Is he expecting his ult to hit this?
We were talking about a pick because he started TPing, I think, right when they were doing the fight on J4, but I guess he wasn't equating for like he's just gonna go over the wall.
Wouldn't it be more beneficial if he TP'd on this ward or in your lane so that you can hit multiple targets?
I don't know. You're right, but like I don't know what was going through his head when he did it.
And your coach has a lot to do. This is fine. This is way too much prio in the mid lane. Like, you guys can make a beeline here.
They just shoved, and now they're gonna get all the vision.
Yeah, but they have vision control, sure, but like you guys could have pulled the trigger. You know that Jarvan has like pretty much just kind of pieced out for now. And you could easily pull the trigger on Sivir or Veigar. Victor needs to use his Void field a lot more. He needs to use his W a lot more. This is free as fuck. You guys start this fight off with Ashe Hero and they're all dead. Wow, I'm surprised no one wants to fight this. You're waiting for Veigar and Poppy to actually come into the
fight. I asked and they said no, just save your ult for Veigar.
No, you should absolutely fight that on Jarvan, because if Jarvan's dead, you just force Baron. You force Baron and then someone has to tend to bot wave. This is dumb. Your shot color is, I don't know. Fine. At this point, Graves should not be taking Raptors. It should be going to Ashe, who's severely down.
Okay. Yeah, because then they show out. Now they get all the fucking vision control on Baron.
Yeah, I don't know. You are really lacking gold here. Really gold. Yeah, you're down for like 3k gold. Oh my god. And Graves should be giving you waves.
Yep, nope. They like taking my waves. Pause. Oh yeah, we paused for a second. Our support DC'd.
Okay, let's see this fight. This is super
So this
weird.
is where we're talking about this way, but they 100% saw all of us coming.
Yeah, you back up. You back up. What you should do then is you should go from above. There's no way of you knowing if that area is warded or not. Obviously, you know, you could walk in with
But no, they even blast coned us, so they saw exactly where we were.
This is fine. This is a good fight. Braum is like, bro, okay, is your Braum an actual support player or is he a top laner?
Yeah, he's an actual support player.
But why is he all the way up? Look where you are, right? Look at where you are. Jarvan is gonna immediately jump. You're lucky he didn't jump on you.
Yeah.
He flashes out. Okay, this is a complete misplay to keep having the ult on Jarvan. Okay, Braum is still up here dealing with Veigar when you guys should be focusing on Thresh. As a team, you guys need to call out these targets. Like, sure, Veigar is a higher prio, and you obviously want to kill Veigar, but if there's no follow-up there, and let's say Jarvan decides to come back into the fight, Sivir and Veigar have free entry to just free hit. Okay, Jarvan's dead here for sure, right? Like, no way that Ornn lets him live. Ornn is going for Sivir for what reason? You, okay, nice.
He dies, yeah.
Nice.
She dies, I believe.
Kill this. You send 3 to Baron, you send 2 mid lane or bot lane. Actually,
no. We all went.
Why?
So I started hitting because that's what they were like. Oh, we need everybody there for the damage.
But you don't.
Yeah.
Look.
I know. Like, this is why me and him were hitting at mid, and then they were like, "No, we need you." So
on this play too, I think Graves can literally stay mid and take that tower. You could also move up and take that tower. Since you know Jarvan is going to be on a 20-second cooldown, or not cooldown, but death timer. After you take Baron, what your team should do too is, let's say that Graves or you stay mid. You guys take this, kind of push in for tier 3. Baron people, they don't really need a back here. Sure, they have a lump sum of gold, but you can hard shove this wave in. And let's say even if Veigar or, Poppy, it's just Veigar and Poppy and Thresh, because Sivir and Jarvan aren't going to be up for a while. But let's say they kind of do contest this. At least you have a huge Baron empowered wave. And plus cannon's on the way too. And so you should recognize that you're going to have a Baron empowered cannon. This is wasted time though, because they're all dead. Jungle's dead. Your AD's, or sorry, their AD is dead. For wave clear, they only have Veigar. They have no real wave clear. Shouldn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now Victor kind of understands that play where it's like, oh shit, we can shove this in, but he's the only one. And you don't get anything. You don't get multiple plays here. Whenever you're going for Baron or any type of neutral objective, what you should be doing is
100%. They were completely wiped. That's why I was thinking going mid, but then they were like, no. So, again.
Like, you just think of what you can do with that, right? Makes no sense.
If I'm being told no, I can't do it. Like, again, you gotta listen to shot caller, even if it's not the right play. Like...
What are you going second here? Or, sorry, third.
Third, Bork.
Why not LDR?
Because I was going the on-hit build.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bork or LDR works here. Bork would more than likely be better, actually, because you do have movement speed. But, okay. You just saw him use Locket in lane. You absolutely should be doing something with it. So you have 3 here. You have Victor here. And you know Jarvan is bot here on these wards. At most, they have Veigar. Poppy is towards top side. You know that. You should pull the trigger here. Easily. That way you can bait out our spell shield. It's going to be down for 30. Braum also could follow that up with the...
We actually got huge chunk by 1 Q.
What happened? For Q?
Your Q actually popped all my health all the way down to the freaking...
Yeah. Portal shield bow clutch.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good.
This is what they're telling me.
Just shove mid.
Yeah, just shove mid. But then they're like, no, collapse. Which I don't think
they were winning that without you.
Yeah.
They're winning that without you because Jarvan and Veigar are isolated here and dead. Like, they don't really need you. By the time you're here, it's too late.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like that I never get fought around. It's always like on the other side.
Yeah, it is. But like they.
And then I look at my damage reports.
Yeah. Well, no offense though. Like, you didn't really do anything in this fight. You know, you just procced Braum Q once.
Yeah. Like I got the pop W and then Q.
Yeah, but you staying mid too. Let's say Braum wants to approach this fight.
Oh, then we can take 2 towers.
Yeah, you take like, 2 towers and 2 inhibs. You have Baron. When you have Baron 2, maximize your Baron. Right, that's what I said earlier. Make sure that you're pushing multiple lanes.
But no, they wanted to collapse, so I was like, okay.
You guys just push to end here. Okay.
We were talking about it, and then we said no because of how chunked a couple people were.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah.
So this is what I start hitting mid, but he's nope.
Okay. I have a question here. This is so weird because you guys win this team fight, and then decide you guys just all want to push 1 lane. Why not 2 and get 2 inhibs? let's say you didn't stay mid. Let's say you continuously fight this and you do go bot here. On this play here, why are some of you not splitting and pushing this mid wave?
Don't know.
Like, what is the point of Graves being here? Ah, that's crazy.
I don't disagree. Like I said, it started off good, and then we decided no, and then we grouped. Oh, it's because our mid was saying we have to stay grouped. That's why.
Why?
Oh.
So that they can Jarvan ult you easier? We had to say mid group doesn't really apply to any to you because like Ashe is again an immobile AD that needs distance. Doesn't make any sense to put yourself in front of crosshair. This is good because see what happens here. They need to answer you. And so this is exactly the same play from earlier where you just keep pushing mid rather than enter that team fight because they have to send someone down. Oh, this is also for this play here. When Thresh walks into the wave, just ult his ass. When he walks forward, you're going to see in a second. Right here, ult. Because you have Ornn ult here, you have so much. And sure, it's just a Thresh, but that's also one utility that they do not have, and they don't have Poppy.
That's true.
Like, there's nothing to stop you guys from going forward.
I saw it, and then I immediately regretted not doing it, but at the same time, I was like, was it worth? And yeah, and he gets picked off.
Why did he even go for Poppy?
And this is where
we're
like,
no, back out. Why are you guys not doing this? Why?
Because we didn't know where Vigor was. He was behind us.
No, you do. He's on ward.
Yeah, but right.
Actually, you know what? Word. I actually think I saw this on the VOD today. I watched a little bit of that VOD or something someone sent in here. Someone was like, oh, he's predatoring or something, if I remember.
Yeah.
If he's predatoring, you'd see it above you. He didn't use predator ever. And the guy who died top lane, the Victor, should have known that he already predator to kill Victor. Predator doesn't work like that where it's always going to be up. But he's on vision here. You still have a lot of time. Look how far out he is. This is such a scared call. Because he has to walk quite a bit. It's going to take him about 10 seconds or less to walk. And let's say, even if he doesn't come through this way, you know, he doesn't have a lot of options here that...
No, I thought this was good because I'm like, we have numbers advantage.
It is.
I'm like, he doesn't...
It is. 4v3. And you also have Ornn. Is this guy... Does this guy play Ornn?
Yeah.
How come he just keeps missing his ult? He hasn't hit an ult.
Poppy keeps actually canceling it. Not this fight, but a lot of them, Poppy cancels them.
Yeah, but from what I've seen so far, it's just like when he does hit. I'm not talking about like not hitting the animation, because you'll see here. This is such a good fight for you. I don't know why Graves uses his ult to get out. Jarvan is stuck with him. Okay, that was kind of troll. That's a huge damage source. Now it's gone. Ornn is into this fight before Veigar. Why'd you flash?
Thresh hook.
Okay. I would save this arrow too. You could have just pulled it. Walk up. Oh, you could have walked up to actually proc Braum passive and then also exhaust Sivir. It's a good flash. These two are 100% dead. But this guy's allergic to hitting ults. They're dead. Keep chasing this. Let's say Veigar does have Predator, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, again, you'd see him use the icon. None of you guys have the icon. He has to walk.
Yep.
Okay, he's walking to collapse on mid. These guys are running out. You know,
either way, we still have the run advantage. Yeah.
Well, at most,
mobility-wise.
Yeah, at most, you're gonna chase them. You're not running.
At most, we just get J4, but nah.
No, this is a bad call. Veigar. You guys could have ended here if you guys killed these three. It's just Veigar and Poppy, I suppose. But at least you can try to go for inhib. Actually, no. Yeah, you guys could have ended because Poppy would have pushed in this hot wave. This is Turtle. When you're ahead and you're scared to lose, this is 100% turtling. I'm assuming that a player on the other team is like high elo or something because there's no other reason why you'd give him that much respect.
Yeah, our mid lane.
No. Their team.
Diamond, jungle, the rest are all plat.
Okay, that makes no sense then. Why you guys would
D1 jungle.
Oh, this guy's like boosted then for sure. No way.
Yeah, he's a D.Va in jungle, isn't he's promos for Masters.
Oh, I don't know about he lost against Jhin.
I'm just telling you exactly like as we saw it in OP, right? I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I don't know.
like
But either way, you guys turtled. You guys definitely should have fought that.
yeah.
Not even fight, just kill.
This is what we're calling. Wait for the Victor.
Victor can probably TP onto this and end.
We do in a second after this fight.
Okay, okay. Who's he going for? Like, this is what I mean. His Ornalts are so bad because instead of just going for like a line where you're gonna hit multiple targets, he tries to go for niche. Like, I don't know who he's trying to hit. Is he trying to hit Veigar? Why is he trying to hit Veigar? Why not just hit the Thresh and Sivir out? Man, this is such a messy fight. Again, the Braum syndrome where Braum is frontlining. Braum
It's
is
okay.
like zoning.
Look at this. He's like, oh, you could have, and
And you die?
Actually, I almost.
Oh. Why would he do
close.
that? You can have at the end of the game. This is good. Now
Yeah,
you just stop the back.
Now we're making the call to TP.
Yeah, now you just stop the back. You guys can probably just end the game here by killing.
100% because yeah,
dead. Nice. That's game. That's a good song. This game ended in 37 minutes. Should have ended probably like 31, 32. Just stalled.
But I feel like I did nothing that game.
You can't because you're 2v1 under tower and you're into Sivir.
I don't know.
Ooh, I see you're a man of culture. Respect. Fuck the stupid
game,
poke build.
Oh yeah, fuck. I hate fucking.
I hate playing the poke build. Let's go.
Now, are you pro AP Kaisa build? That's the question.
No. I just love cracking on hit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that shit's stupid.
You are a man of culture too.
I don't like on hit Varus either. Or sorry, yeah, I don't like lethality Varus either. On hit. I'm an on hit simp. The fuck is this? Okay, so on this play. Okay, this should be bronze 101 invade, okay? When you go for an invade like this, support should always come out of lane. Or sorry, come out of fountain, or even jungle for that matter, and ward this bush. It covers the cross invade too, because this is like the main point where whether
I actually like that. Okay, so if we go for the invade, then we do that. Yeah, because we do this a lot where we'll go to invade and then they'll be sitting in that bush.
Yeah, I mean, because you're running from here, right? And they obviously can run through here, or they can go the traditional sense where they just run through this pixel. So this single ward, it's a really unknown ward here, but this specific spot will always deter them from actually staying.
I actually like that a lot. Yeah.
Because let's say they actually stay in this bush, or let's say
Yeah.
they walk forward, you exactly know where they are. And you'll know whether or not you're wasting your own time. Because what you could do is, let's say that you see them on this ward as well. You know, there's no point in invading if you know their whole team is already here. What you can do instead is you can sit on this pixel, and then you wait for them to exit, or you sit on this and late invade your own jungle. And then they're all stuck there, and it's pretty much like a pseudo invade. Because that's exactly what happens here, where they invade you and you have no knowledge.
All right, so hold on. Pause for a sec. Tell me what do you think about this bot lane matchup? Who should win this?
Kog'Maw Yuumi versus Xayah Rakan because Kog'Maw's immobile. The only way that he's going to be able to run outside of the W for Rakan is whether Yuumi heals him in time or not. Otherwise, Kog'Maw has no movement speed. Yeah, Xayah Rakan 100% win this. This is a really good comp, this is a really good bot lane in general to this comp. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure why you drafted.
I got R1 picked again.
Who picked?
Okay, so we did R1. I remember this was because this is the last game. We R1 Xayah, we R1 Xayah, then Rakan, and then Voli. So those were our first 3 picks. They picked Kog'Maw, Yuumi, and then what was it? Gragas. After that, we did our bans. They picked Yasuo. So then we were like, all right, what can we take away so they can't play around the Yasuo? So we picked the Diana and we picked the Malphite.
Okay, so I will say the Diana is a better pick than the Malphite because Diana is just one of the best junglers in the game. I really like the flexibility that you guys had for volley as well. I will.
So
say,
originally
though,
this was supposed to be volley jungle,
yeah,
and Malphite top, and then it's supposed to be volley jungle. And then we were gonna do Diana mid and Malphite top is how we were gonna talk about it. But we were like the top lane matchup between Silas and Malphite is really bad.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you are picking
Lane
Malphite, you need
matchup
to
was
ban.
really bad too. So
Yeah.
we were like,
You need to ban Silas if you're gonna pick Malphite.
Mhm.
I understand, like, that's a reactionary pick where you guys are like, oh shit, we need to take away. But like the second that, like, I don't know, the second that you kind of see that they're setting up for this because they picked the Gragas, and so naturally they kind of want to gravitate towards Yone and Yasuo as well. Maybe this is because you don't have your drafting coach too, but because they are situated towards heavy AP, they have Kog'Maw and they have Yumi. Sure, Kog'Maw is going on hit this game, but he still does AP damage. They also have Gragas, so they have to pick AD mid here. Like, it's mandatory to pick AD mid, or else the jungle mid combo will never do damage to your mid laner. Instead of Malphite, I have a pick in mind. It's not necessarily played a lot, but 100% it would probably have countered their entire team here. I just kind of want you to guess what it is. Do you know what pick counters Yasuo extremely well and would probably put a huge dent into this game more than the Malphite pick?
We talked about not doing it after the game, but we didn't really talk about who else we could have done. So personally in this, maybe Mouse? I don't know.
No. Well, Mouse, sure. But the number one pick that would have absolutely, like, won you guys the game from the get-go and probably set up jungle for life would have been Pantheon. Pantheon is a hard counter to Yasuo. His W would have stopped Gragas. His W would have stopped Silas. When he goes Eclipse, he could have easily went the healing reduction as well and kind of stopped Silas in his tracks for the healing. Kog'Maw, again, very immobile. Once you had the Pantheon ult, he pretty much is just a sitting duck. The Malphite, the tricky part is that after you use that ult, you're just a walking slab of rock, and you're hoping that the Thornmail does enough. And then also too, when Silas steals your ult, you are fucked. Like, you have to back up or you're scared. But again, that has really nothing to do with you in terms of your playstyle this game. Why go around? Why not just beeline? They already know that you're here.
This was what was being called, so I was like, all right.
Usually we would beeline like this,
but no.
Yeah,
this was the first time we went and did this way. I don't know why we did, but this is what was being called, so I was like, all right. So this is where we usually go to this bush and we sweep it, but one person split, so it could have been really bad. Because we like to sit in that bush, actually, and fuck people up on invade.
Oh, this is going to be so bad. Now you guys probably...
Yep. This is what we're talking about. I'm like, they're probably there, and yep.
Yeah, and exactly, that ward...
Actually, it turns out really well for us. Actually, it turns out really well. Because, like, he burns flash, he executes, they don't get the kill off this.
Oh, and he misses... Diana should... Oh, Diana stole it. Okay.
Yep.
Quickly go
Diana
to lane
still
here.
got it. Now I'm chunked though, so this is really bad for me.
As long as you get... You should immediately hard push this in somewhat. Use a pot, hard push this in, because you're going to be on level XP. Or you're going to be on XP advantage, sorry. Kog'Maw has no flash. He can't continuously chase. After he uses W, he's just there. And Rakan also has tempo from out of base. Oh, you get zoned here.
Yeah, so I don't know about hard. Like, I felt like if I hard pushed it, I was just gonna get zoned even more. But
well, Rakan's on tempo, so Rakan would have been closer. You also have exhaust. So, like, if anything, you just out damage him. Why Q here? Why not just W? So it's Kog'Maw, right? So he's going to be hoping to auto you.
I was thinking W if we started laning at the same time, but we didn't. So I was trying to think of what can I actually do in the lane.
Just in case they push? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like, 100% I wanted to start W, but since of, like, all that shenanigans happened, I didn't feel like I could.
Yeah. This is gonna sound really troll. Instead of going E second, I probably would have went W, just because you want to just constantly poke. You're not really relying too much on the feathers. He has movement speed with Yumi inside of him, and so more than likely he's gonna try to just kind of sidestep. What the fuck happens here? It looks like a blood. Yeah, I mean, that's why the Malphite mid just does not work. Malphite's not a champ until level 6. Pantheon, on the other hand, probably would have one-shot his ass. Rakan should not play so back. He should be playing up and then poking Kog'Maw. Should recognize that Kog'Maw has no pots other than that total biscuit of rejuvenation, so he has no sustain outside of Yuumi.
Yeah, we actually get the kill here pretty soon, I think.
Nice. This is so free for Diana. If Diana just wants to pat down, this is really, really efficient. Hold a freeze.
You will see another gank. Hold on, you will see another gank.
What you guys should do is you guys should hold a freeze. Yeah, you guys constantly lose out to this for some reason. I don't know. And then Diana as well just does not want to use 180
Yeah, right here I recognize that he isolated himself, so I called it.
Featherstorm. Just standing still. Good flash. You can continuously go for Yuumi, I think, or just go for the wave. Nice. Wave. Try to crash this. Don't let Yuumi hold it. Weird. Use everything, yeah. Nice,
yeah, that's why I pop W everything, and I'm just going for it, yeah. This is actually a bad play. Right here I should have backed, yeah, instead of letting her stop the freeze, yeah. This is what I was like, no, because she's just going to freeze, but...
Well, you get a little cheater here. You lose 2 minions, and then you can come back into the wave with an advantage. How much gold do you have? That's free Noon Quiver. Or if you really want to be Cancerous Circuit... Yeah, okay. Okay, you play Xayah. Rakan should go healing reduction here. Bad pickup to get Ruby. What that's for.
Do you like the early boots? I personally like the early boots on her.
Into this game, you have to have early boots.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose.
That's what I was thinking with the Yuumi, with everything. I'm like, they can get maximum feathers out.
Oh, Cancer. Oh, what did I just want? There's no follow up. Why did he go for this? Oh, that was so late. Is he dead here? He's dead. Oh no, he also knows 6.
No, I think he still died though. I'm trying to remember. He walked back up. No, this wasn't the way that he died in.
There's something for Rakan to get here. Rakan should have just beelined the wave and then got in the cannon with his stack. Let's check up on you though.
Because again, we don't play for bot.
Yeah, hold the freeze here.
Yeah.
You don't let him crash. Whenever he does his E like that, you have to Q him immediately. Your Q will always deal more damage than his E. His E is mostly like a slow than damage. Yeah, you're trying to trim the wave here. This is fine. As long as he doesn't touch tower, this is a really good trade. Nice. I will give you a tip as well. Since you went Zerkers, what you could do instead of going Noon Quiver and try to maximize your attack speed is just go Pickaxe. He actually cheater recalls on you here. Wow.
Yeah.
I would push this in.
We do in like a second. It was like, wait, where did he go? Okay, he backed. Push.
Rakan should touch the cannon and touch these minions so that it's quicker. He has 1 stack left. Okay.
Make sure she doesn't freeze.
Back here.
And I think I recall off that.
Does he give you wards ever or no? Like, does he give you the ward gold?
Sometimes.
Because like when you use a sweeper, you both get gold. When you use a pick, you both get gold.
This is sometimes.
Okay, you can't stop this drag here.
No.
I mean, technically you could if Diana didn't.
If I didn't recall, but
no. You have to. You have to. But you have Mal fight Diana. At most, you can collapse on Yasuo. Don't know what the late push is as a team. I would just Q and then take this entire way with E. Oh, you're not going to win out on that trade?
No, this is where my jungle was said he's going to try to do something. Good gank by him. Did not have ult though, so it turns into nothing.
What did he use ult on?
I have no clue.
Oh, they're both dead here if he actually has ult.
Yeah. And then he's just like, oh, that's it. I was like, oh, okay.
So I will say that what you could have done is, I'm not sure if you're in range here. I would walk up and ult immediately. That way you actually can stun him too. Because when you
I
ult,
was
you'll have
his
maximum
ulti.
feathers
To be
to
fair,
eat.
I wasn't paying attention that he didn't have ulti.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought when he meant he was gonna gank. Like I thought he had everything up.
Okay, you're good. But in that
Yeah.
sense though, like
You
if
know,
you're aware that
you're
he
right.
has nothing, what you can do is you can put it into your own hands. He has flash, so you get flash out, but that's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be a lot less scared of. Actually, no, you don't know where Gragas is, so I understand. I was gonna say that always just try to shove in the wave, because you kind of shove really late. Back immediately. You don't need to walk waves in.
No, I just wanted to make sure that one crashed. It looked like it was like a split, and then I actually missed his back by a split second. That was so sad.
Yeah, circuit or pickaxe would be for you so much. Ink ward would be goodbye too. Some pots. You have 300 excess.
My pink was already still out there, and they haven't even like attempted to touch that bush.
Yeah, but in the event that they do touch it, at least you have something.
Yeah, that's true. I could have.
You should tell your jungler and your support to start getting a habit of buying 2 pink. They only buy 1 for some reason.
He usually does, or support usually does buy 2 pinks. I don't know why he wasn't doing it this couple games, but.
This is good. Rakan should not be going to the side there. He has ult. No. He could have ulted and then W'd.
Now I'm I'm getting flamed because I didn't follow up. So I try to follow up and
what?
it does not turn what? Him going in.
But his going in was dog shit because
what
he does here is the second he pops 6 for some reason he didn't just flash alt W. So okay, so what he should do here on this play.
So like right here we're talking about we know Yuumi 6, he's not 6. So
but
this
he's
is me in my head, bad fight. He's 1 CS away.
Yeah,
yes,
he's
correct.
1 CS away, so he should be in the wave here and take this. And then what he does is he's going to be closer to them. Rather than being zoned off up, he literally can just come in and then immediately go to them. W onto this.
Because we were talking about this is a bad fight until you hit 6. Like right now, this is bad fight. Yeah,
it is. And
yet he still went for it. And then I was like, wait, what?
And then let's say here, let's look at this. He hits 6. This first thought in his head here, instead of leveling up his ult, because he didn't even level his ult here, he just goes for the W immediately. You get a flash out, sure, but what you can do to guarantee that the Kog'Maw does get charmed and that you can also follow up is if he he ults, flashes on top of Kog'Maw, and then just W is exactly where Kog'Maw's standing. What you would do is QWE, and then let's say if you even wanted to go a further step and just use that ult for damage, because there's not much you're going to use that ult for other than Yuumi ult here in a second. Do a lot of damage regardless, though.
Yeah, I chunk him a lot.
Yeah, if you continued to like auto him for a little bit, though, I'm pretty sure you could have killed him, because when you do call your feathers back.
Yeah.
This is a bad fight from Rakan. Rakan into them. Not you. It's the indecisiveness. He's like scared. Do I not? And I'm assuming that you guys are arguing here because he stopped moving.
No, we weren't arguing. Again, I don't argue. If he says no, then no. Okay.
Why is he staying in the game, like in the lane?
XP.
What XP? But shouldn't he be on a better timer? Because now when you come back to lane, he's gonna be like 40%. Nah, this makes no sense here. Yeah, this is dumb. Is he dead? Yeah. What? Yeah. It hurts. It hurts.
Yep.
Why? Oh my god! What the fuck? Why does he go movement speed boots on every single champ?
Because he's good at room. He doesn't play for bot. Nobody plays for bot.
But like, it's the same thing. Oh my god. Okay, he's playing a caster support. Why would he not go lucidity?
But this is where I get mad because like it's pushing towards them and he's going towards mid, and I told him that.
You need help.
Yeah.
Malphite is tank. He can't follow up on this. No point here. Does he use ult? Oh, that was a good dash. Hey. Wait, Malphite didn't even have ult, so what was Rakan there for?
Trying to make a boy mid.
Yeah, but where's the damage
Now he's
coming
completely
from?
zoned. Now he can't get to me, and now I'm completely zoned.
Well, to be fair, he's not completely zoned. He can still move down,
Yeah.
but he's just choosing not to.
And this is where I get completely zoned from tower, and they actually get the proxy.
Do they
I was
dive?
really... No,
Trying
I
to
back
stop.
up. I see this. I'm like, I'm gonna get dove.
Just go.
And this is where I'm
Rakan
talking
should go onto
Gragas. Right here, right
Gragas.
here, right here. And then
Rakan should go onto Gragas here. He has his ult.
I know. This is where I'm calling it. That's why I pop W and everything. I called
Yeah,
it.
Gragas has no ult and no flash.
Yeah.
And look where Kog'Maw and Yuumi are.
Nah, now I get zoned.
You lose
This
tower
is
off
where it
this?
starts feels really bad. Look how long this goes for.
Why does your jungle
This is...
not cover?
He's topside.
Oh my god, he's 6-1 and he's not trying to... You're
No.
down, what, 20 CS?
20 CS and 4 plates now.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
My god, let's analyze this.
Feels bad.
Okay. He has stacks, he should be using them a lot earlier. I don't know about going into this when he's about 50%. Dead. The exhaust was whatever. Not gonna save.
And now I can't hold tower. Now he just takes.
I think you should let him take exhaust from now on, especially since he's pretty much the guy to kind of get closer, and you should take heal. Or if you want to just play for yourself too, just get barrier. It'll be quicker cooldown than power. You know, it's funny. They're not even better players than you in the bot lane. It's just because of how your lanes are. And you're just perma playing 2v1 zoned off. Can't walk up. That is crazy.
But that's what I'm trying to see of how I can honestly play this better.
Need to have a team meeting and talk about positions and like playing through tempo. Then to do top, and now you have to forcibly put yourself into a position of like danger.
Yeah, and now I'm getting the fuck out of there because no.
Yeah, this is really good. Whenever you're down, or even up for that matter, if your jungler is across the map, try to reset the Raptors or the Krugs. And if you're on red side, try to reset the ground.
No, I do a lot. I attempt to at least.
Yeah, there's a good hold of freeze here so that the next wave come in.
So but I saw he was pushing, so I saw he was moving.
Well, no, you're not doing it just because he's moving and trying to get some damage onto the tower. What you're gonna do is you're just trying to get the wave just in a better position for you, because then they have to perma walk up. And like you won't have to walk up.
This is where I don't know where I made the right call though.
What, you stay for tower here?
Yeah.
This is fine. You're gonna die otherwise. They're on the way out mid.
I actually end up dying for this though.
How? Okay, this after the tower is troll. But before then, after you just take the tower, you're fine. Yeah, they should not be further chasing this too. He has Malphite ult, so they should wait until Malphite ult is down. This is a really bad fight. Her getting the honey fruit actually killed her because it slowed her down. Okay. If he knows he's into, this is just a thing. If he knows that he's into Sylas, Gragas, Kog'Maw, Yuumi, and Yasuo, and he's playing a tank, why does he not go Thornmill in the mid lane?
Don't know.
Especially into Yasuo, who has Immortal Shield Bow.
That's an attempt to dive me again. I'm like, no, fuck off. I can't hold.
Rakan can enter here.
Yeah,
your
we
team
were
is
talking
on the
about
way.
it.
Rakan
we were talking about
enter.
it. But it happens here instead of where it should have.
Why didn't he just... What? If he wants to flash... Okay, wait a minute. If he wants to flash W, he should do it
right here.
When they're right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I started walking up, but then he said no.
There.
They said wait for Diana, is what they were trying to wait for.
Wait, why are you waiting for Diana? You guys kill regardless, though.
I don't know.
Okay.
You only get one, yeah.
Oh, that's so bad because 4 people flashed. Everyone flashed. Okay, you guys have to back up here or lose this fight.
Yeah.
Oh shit! She used ult. Ah, oh, damn it. That sucks. Now you guys don't have that for the next fight.
Yep.
Your next item here, you're gonna go PD. I probably would just recommend
No,
RFC.
I don't go PD.
You go
Essence River.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably go just Sheen here and then go PD and then go RFC. RFC is gonna give you a lot of value. That way you never need to be close. You're always gonna get outrange from champions like Varus, Kog'Maw, Caitlyn on Xayah, even Jinx. And so going RFC allows you to kind of cut that distance and allows you to actually auto 2 without having to walk up super close. Because Xayah's attack range, other than her Q, is kind of wonky. Also, would give you a lot of range against Gragas, Yasuo, or even Sylas. More feathers come out equals better Xayah. Essence is good too, but Essence you're pretty much just building for its passive where you get mana back on crits, and then you're also building for Sheen procs. But you can actually just kind of offset that and delay that just by getting Sheen early. Good try. Such a weird fight. Good exhaust. That's a great exhaust here. You guys can walk to Baron.
No, this is where we have to back the fuck up. This is what we fled.
Or but he just stole Malphite ult, so he can't get Malphite ult
again. I didn't know that because he wasn't in the fight. He was topside. This is where we said we were all gonna get killed. So I was like, okay.
But you guys collapse. He can't kill 5 people.
Yeah, this is where we collapse on or attempt to.
Recon W's over the wall, or just W? Okay. You know what's funny? Recon actually fucked this fight up. I'll tell you why. Diana ult scales off of how many people are in the Diana ult. And so he actually goes over the wall here in a second. And, like, obviously no one died from this. But,
yeah.
So it's 2 here. Recon actually makes it 3 for no apparent reason. That is a dangerous game. Hey, this is good. You should go topside here. And take that wave.
I think I go mid.
Topside's going to be a lot safer here for you because it's situated towards Baron. You have a lot of vision control. Dragon's not up for another minute 50. Mid is kind of dangerous because mid is going to be that information highway more or less. How's that ward not being spotted? That's weird.
This is where we're calling super illegal, like he's by himself, like, but we don't know where they are, so we say no.
Oh, Kog'Maw?
Yeah.
I don't think you guys can collapse here. Malphite's going top, so this is really dangerous here for Volley to actually start this. This is like last game where Braum was taking the Scuttle. Just because you can go for Scuttle control doesn't mean you should. And Malphite's late to this fight, but you guys still clean. Oh, that was really bad Malphite ult. He could have got multiple. Good ult. Beautiful flash.
No, but then I go back in and probably shouldn't have. Ooh.
You don't go back in. I think you're dead either way.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful flash here. But because you use flash here, now you won't have it for next fights.
Yeah.
I think you can just auto him because you already used Wind Wall too. Nah, you're dead either way. You didn't really go back in. It's actually a troll for the volley.
Dead, but...
Yeah, it's troll for the volley because the volley's the one who started that off with with going for Scuttle.
In my head, I was thinking 2v2 we win this, but I wasn't also paying attention that Sylas was coming up within the side.
Your team lacks severe damage. It's just you and Diana. Man, you'd assume that because he's roaming so hard, Rakan's vision score would be better. Also, I don't know what's going on with jungle vision score. Should always be like
what?
A jungle vision score. Your guys' vision control is really bad as a team. Nice, you guys can win this. Nice. Okay. I don't know about that flash. Yeah, that was troll. Okay. You guys threw that fight? Diana had flash.
Yeah,
Rakan
they
had
started
flash.
that fight way too early.
Yeah. This is probably... Is this your second game or third?
This was the third. This was game 3.
Okay. Seems
So
like
in
a
game 2, we
desperation
got
play.
hard stomped.
Seemed like a desperation play where it's like we had to pull the trigger right now. See,
Yeah,
like
it's
this is
it,
kind of desperation, but this works out.
It
This
was
is what you should have
desperation
done.
because it was soul. That's why.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you guys should be doing that a lot sooner. Just pulling the trigger on Kog'Maw, calling their bluff. And you guys kill Silas here too. Yeah, don't be scared.
Yep.
Keep going. Yeah.
No,
Nice,
I just had to back up because I didn't want to get engaged on. Okay, now he did his.
Nice. Yeah. One should stay mid and push this. The other should go Baron. Someone should go mid. See, again, you're down right now, gold, right? You're on objective bounties. And so no one's pushing in this mid wave, and you could have a tower, but like no one does anything.
Oh, as the ADC, I feel like I should be there for the objective personally.
You can't. That should be on Volley Bear or probably Volley this game because Volley's like the only other AD damage, I guess. Weird to say. You have to be there. Your team draft is bad. Nice. Hard win. Just take this wave. For you back. Better than going without any gold.
We were talking back, go mid because Kog'Maw was pushing.
Yeah, but they don't need you to like your timer's gonna be off
you're
by
right.
1
I
second.
could have physically stayed. Yeah.
Your timer's gonna be like 1 second, and plus, like, let's say they all do back. Like that's 4 people versus Kog'Maw. You guys should be fine. IE, okay, yeah, you have 16%, so yeah, you're gonna be dealing a lot. Goodbye. Hope you go Zeal item here. Really bad for Rakan. Anna should not look to do that. Just keep pushing mid. Malphite should be covering mid as well. Malphite's not a split pusher. He needs to fight with the team. The whole point is picking Malphite into Yasuo and stopping their AD. Nice. Back up now. You guys should be sweeping towards this Elder and setting up vision towards Elder right now. I'd assume Diana builds Morello's here, or Magi's.
I think I could go LDR here.
LDR for...
Because I started seeing that they're starting to build more armor. Because look at, there's armor.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But them building more armor is actually beneficial to your entire team too, because they're building less magic resist. And like your 4 out of the 5 teammates that you have are MR. Or sorry, are AP damage. LDR's not bad here. It's just not that valuable since the only thing realistically...
You're right. I guess I could have gone Zeal because they're even if you go 1 armor, they're not that tanky. But I don't know.
I mean, you're cutting through them, right, with your crit. And like, sure, like the LDR is gonna do good, but at most you're only damaging, Gragas. And not even by that much, because LDR scales on how much health they have over you, and it's not like he has, a goddamn Cho'Gath.
So what would you want, PD?
No, RFC. I'm still on RFC because the second the second Silas comes close to you and you don't have ult, you're dead. And I'm sure that you've probably saw it a lot of times in this game where he's just constantly collapsing onto someone. RFC also is really good for continuous chase. You could go PD, but at the same time, like, once Xayah gets going, especially with lethal tempo, there's no point in continuously like moving forward. You're not Jinx.
I like
right?
PD into tanks a lot, but I don't like PD into squishies, which technically their whole team is pretty squishy.
Yeah, makes sense because you need to get away from the tanks, right? Because you're you're being dealt passive burn damage through like through their tank mythics. But in this game, like, at most you're going to be kiting, and especially since you're Xayah, you're not trying to kite away, you're trying to kite towards them. And like, if you can efficiently kite towards them with enough distance, like range, then you are perfectly fine here. How does this go back?
This way, I don't remember.
He has Diana ult. Malphite's going for a flank here. He's not on anything. You guys should always wait till Diana ults or Silas ult in general is off, because you know that they're going to go for this combo here. It's a good ult here. You kill both, right? Oh, no. Damn, your Gale Force gets blocked. Good flash out to get you a better position here. Keep hitting, keep hitting, hitting. See what I mean though? The PD doesn't make any sense because
then I'm ISO'd and I get fucked.
So in this scenario too, the RFC would be really good for you, or even Zeal, because then you do have that distance and you don't need to worry about when Silas comes back. Because did you notice there as well? When Silas actually moves back, you had to walk forward.
Yeah.
Like right here. And then you're busy running after him, and you are actually in the way of Gragas. RFC also would allow you to do a little bit of magic damage after that wind up. Do like 70 magic damage base, which is not a lot, but they'll do a fair bit. You guys should just get out.
Yeah, we call if this was possible, and they said yes, no, but they did not. It did not by far.
This is a really bad fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like,
but
the Malphite
so the only good thing I can say is it extended it.
Yeah, it delays them for sure, but I mean, the Malphite pick, like, to me, still just does not seem worth it.
So, yeah, our jungler makes her a good player. Our support, not so much, unfortunately.
Does he steal? He has to.
I love Sivir. Yeah.
Nice. But, that's it. Nice that's all you can do. Rakan should not be going in here.
We even told them that.
Yeah, when you're going for a steal here, you always need to assume that your jungler has already died. You know, you're not looking for a follow-up because now that's 2 members without Elder. Rakan has, you know, so much capabilities of applying that burn. Plus with Rakan dead, yeah. Baron, this is smart to just give. While they're giving, while you guys are giving though, what you should have done was Malphite or you should go bot and touch that wave. Because they're going to cross the map, right? When we're talking about Elder to Baron, they're going to play the map like this. So Elder's stolen, so they naturally only have 1 objective here because jungle's taken. So this is free
After I took red buff, I guess, yeah, I could have went straight down rather than... I was going to push out mid, but he did, so...
Well, this is free game here because there's no way of them running from here to catch you before you take this tower. Because again, they go up here. And like, it's different obviously if you're pushing towards this tier 2 because it's so fucking easy just to kind of go through. But like, there's only 1 path here and they cannot get to it. You have 80% crit right now, I'm sure. Yep. Last item, you're gonna go healing reduction? Oh, GA.
Well, stopwatch into potion because I don't...
That makes sense. Yeah.
Instead of pick where we saw.
This is game, right?
Yeah, this is where we're talking. We just push, but no, unfortunately, it's not game.
This should be game.
Yep, 100%. We were calling this is 100% should be game.
Oh, don't tell me that.
There's no way.
No, they can't stop this. This is game.
They group up for Yasuo ulti.
You guys just need to shove waves. That's it. You guys have Elder.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then I feather, and he actually had a nice win wall.
That was good. You can't do anything to stop that.
Yep.
But
I got completely fucked on that. Yeah. And now it's too late because now people are coming up.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like he kills. You guys could have come.
Nope. It was bad. It was bad. Like I said, we all agreed 100% should have been game right there.
I was just speeding up to the point where you... Okay, so they have Elder here. Or sorry, they have Baron here. Elder's gone. Their Baron's about to expire in, I'd say, about maybe 20 seconds.
Yeah. They got, like, no value out of their Baron.
Okay, there's
right
no reason
here
why
is what they're talking
Malphite
about.
should be splitting too. And why does he not have Anathemas? Wouldn't you want Anathemas on Yasuo?
I have no clue.
Beautiful flash, but it's gonna take such a long time for anyone to kind of come close. You guys win the game though. Nice. Yeah, that's game. Yeah, that is weird. Both of your tanks do not have anathemas chains, and they wonder why they die so quick. If Malphite has anathemas, then Yasuo never does any damage to him. Or even going Zonya too. Zonya on this Malphite tank build would have been just killer. You would win every single fight. Nothing else, right?
Yeah, that was game.
Okay. That game was better than the first game for sure.
100%. I thought I played it a lot better on that one, but I actually felt a value in that game. This game, no.
I was just about to say, I feel as if I'm about to
This game I don't even really want to talk about. I really
Holy shit. Oh my god, that is a crazy
really,
timeline.
I really don't even want to talk about this game. I actually need a quick drink before this game.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so you go Jhin Karma. It's not really a combo. Why Jhin Karma?
I was asking for something else. They said no Karma. I was like, oh, okay.
Best champ here would have been TK.
They were saying it's because of the movement speed, so we can get a faster engage.
Faster engage? Is that what you said? What is the point of
That's
faster?
what they're calling for.
Well, what's the point of faster engage if you can just get lockdown engage? And you guys
Again,
have really good Dude, you guys have really good invades.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's a huge delay here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just notice one thing right now, straight off the rip. Don't go boots into this matchup. Into a poke matchup, okay. You can't go boots. I understand your reasoning is you're gonna try to run out of Senna's range or try to run out of W from Senna or even W from Ashe. It's more efficient to go longsword 3-pot or just Doran's Blade. Doran's Blade into this matchup would give you a lot more. I also will give you some hidden Korean tech, and this is gonna sound really, really troll, but I promise you it's not. Doran Shield into this game would have been super efficient because you're getting poked out every 5 seconds. And since you're getting poked, you'd get that natural regeneration anyways.
I'm going to tell you, I have not used... So it used to be a thing. Yeah, I have not used Thorn Shield in probably like a full season, I want to say.
It was a thing. Yeah, you're right. It was a thing on ADs for a while. They kind of nerfed it. But into this game, even with that nerfed build on the range, it still would be super efficient. Because right now, like, you're just getting movement speed, and that doesn't really do anything for you against poke Ashe and poke Senna. When you're against a poke lane like that, especially with enchanters or mages, what you really want to do is you constantly want to make sure that you have enough damage, you have enough regeneration, and that would give you enough damage on minions and also a little bit of bonus HP to kind of sustain.
Also, as you will also notice, we always leash.
No, it's fine. Into this game, it's fine to leash here.
Every game though. Every game.
He starts, bot goes top.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is good. If I were you, I would just use Q on the first 3. Nice. If you can save out on that Q, just so that's when Senna walks up, you get the bounce, because the bounce always does more damage. You canceled your auto there.
Yeah.
Uses force shot to poke, not to CS when you're like that. When the minion is not close to death at all, use it. Just hold on to it and see if they'll walk up a little. This is good. Play towards your level 2. She empowered. Did she empower a Q earlier? Sucks. Nice. Pushing the wave is fine here. Karma should stay with Empower Q and aim it downwards towards the other side. Okay. Take these 3 immediately back. Okay, yeah. So on this play, what you do is you let them shove, and then you immediately just back up here, because then that way
right here it's frozen, isn't it?
No, it's just like somewhat shoving in, but at least because you went boots early, you can still get value. And like Ashe is gonna have trouble CSing on this, but because you guys back up here, they have no vision of you.
Huh.
It's the same logic as
so basically a fake recall.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same thing that was kind of deterring you earlier from like freezing or trying to push because you don't know where they are. And so if you are in a situation like this, because you're shoving this in, at most you're going to be missing like 3 melee minions, which is not really that much in the grand scheme of things, as opposed to you getting a longsword right now. Because you can have your movement, like you can have an ideal situation where you have your movement speed and your damage. But like we're kind of overstaying here too. And then Karma as well can kind of get back and get sweeper and get movement speed boots. Because then that way she doesn't need to go off of next reset and then look for roams. She can just strictly play for this lane. Nice. And now you guys come back too. This is also a really good time to back. Because your wave is going to equalize. When you come back onto this wave, it'll be literally here in the middle. I think Karma walks up to assist J4 on the scuttle, but not much for you to do. If you can be vocal here, you say, I am backing. After you take crab here, Karma back.
Isn't it bad, though, to back on 3 minions rather than... Because it's not a candy wave, so they're going to be able to shove it under.
Yeah, they shove it, and then what? And then you come back, and then you can control the wave.
Yeah. This is where I think we were making a call that they were something mid, so I tried to go up for it.
So you're saying they shoved the 3 minions here, instead of backing on the 3, they shoved this wave in? But at most, you're going to lose. So by the time you come back, let's say you backed immediately when they were shoving these 3 minions in, you'll lose maybe 2. Oh. That's how the cheater works. You know, a cheater recall is not just substantiated.
So I know cheaters good on a cannon, but I don't like personally like on 3 minions. Like I don't feel like a cheater. Like to me, it didn't feel like a good value, but like I guess maybe it could be. I don't know. I don't have a lot of practice on like the cheater on 3 minions. I usually
so a
do
cheater
on
recall is not just used on a cannon. It's mostly used on cannons, and that's why people kind of have that notion on cannon minions.
That or a stacked wave, I will, but like that wasn't really a stacked wave.
No,
so,
no. Well, you're losing out on 2 minions, but it still mitigates a lot of loss. And plus, from roaming up here, you're losing XP and you're losing this wave as is. So you're getting no value out of this. I'm sure that Arya is dead here, either to Karma, who's about to hit her with empowered Q, or maybe even look like Orianna, or maybe even Jarvan, I'd assume here, because Silas probably doesn't kill. But you're losing out on XP from roaming here. Yeah, and you don't get anything out of this. It's pretty bad for you.
Yep.
But now you're kind of going to be in this like weird state of walking down here. You lost 2 minions as is, so you're going to lose about the same amount as if you had just backed initially. Good thing is, though, that you're not getting poked out so much. And because of the wave's awkwardness, Udyr can't gank. But again, you still could control it. It's like, this is almost as if you had backed and walked to lane. You'd be in the same exact position, but you'd have a stronger wave. Because they saw Karma over there, they held the wave. And so because you're on the way back after that recall, let's say Karma still wants to roam here, just fine, because you still got a kill. You can control the state of this wave. Also, it is a huge stacked wave, so now you can just properly hold the freeze. Okay, little tip here as well. If you don't plan on using your E's super valiantly to kind of deter engages like from jungle, to put 2 points into Q level 3. That way you'll have a stronger push and you'll have a lot more aggression. Typically you want to do that when you do go the boots Jhin.
Okay, I don't play Jhin very often. I definitely need more games on him.
Oh, you're fine. But you see what I mean, though? Because instead of just getting a little bit of damage out from that E, the Death Lotus would just give you... Or sorry, the 2 points into Q would give you a lot more pushing power. Your E upgraded as well gives you the passive, where it's like whenever you kill someone, they'll have like a little trap thing. You probably will see it later into the game if you guys end up fighting into these huge team fights. But early on, it's not really that important. It's mostly just used just to slow down the pace of the lanes or just engages. Yeah, this is good. You're stopping a back here. You know how low Ashe is? And so you can actually probably just get... Oh, why is Karma so up? Ooh, this is really risky. Wow.
Yeah, he did not even communicate. He was just gonna go for it, and I was like,
Wow.
oh.
And now, are both of you dead? No, you have flash.
Could technically, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Senna, if she has ward here, you are dead. If she if she ward Qs you, you are dead.
I'm still dead, I believe. No, this is where
no karma kills.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Holy shit, that was so close.
I still die here. Yes.
Yeah, I mean this is whatever. There's no way of you knowing, to be honest. Do you insta cleanse?
Yeah. I'm still dead though.
That's fine. The cleanse is whatever. You should always use it in that situation.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. I think I can live through this if I cleanse it. But
no, you're fine. You're fine.
I
mean that's more an eyeballing it thing too.
But you will be seeing this a lot.
Okay. Okay. The boots of swiftness. So now you're kind of you're down CS. You're also down XP. You're kind of in a situation where you have, I think, slightly more gold. No, you're actually down gold because she just touched the wave. But let's say in this scenario that you're coming back to the lane as a disadvantage, right? You're into a poke lane. So the boots of swiftness is going to allow you to kind of escape the slows from Ashe and Senna. But going it early, I don't think is efficient because you definitely could have just spent that 600 gold that you used to upgrade your base boots onto like a noon quiver, or even if you want to value pickaxe. Let's say you don't think that you're going to be attacking that fast, or you just want to make sure that your autos hit harder. Pickaxe would definitely be more value here. Get more pots, and then get a pink as well, and cover that back bush behind you. Because you know that they're going to be able to dive. You know that Udyr is looking towards to play bot side here. Plus, if you want to play like a freeze lane here, as you are playing, just getting a pickaxe would be super efficient too for wave clearing. This boost of swiftness, what are you going to do with that? You're going to walk back and forth behind the wave. Like, it only makes sense if you're trying to play up or aggro. But you guys are playing like weak side right now. Nice. Karma should have pink ward here. She does go Lucidity Boots, which is really, really efficient. But at this point, because Ashe is 6, you guys need to play with huge respect. Because especially if you don't have cleanse. Because like, if Udyr is here, and he's trying to gank
like right now I'm thinking like I'm insta dead if she throws it. Like I don't have anything.
Yeah, but on the other hand, this is super efficient for Jarvan. Jarvan should not enter from the river here. Instead, Jarvan should enter from lane.
Yeah, this is where he's asking right now if this is bush is warded. So this is where our support's saying he's gonna sweep her in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but so instead of just sweeping this area, because they could technically have
he
this warded right here, he should enter from lane. Because there's no point in Karma sweeping this when you already know that Udyr has had his way with Dragon. Udyr, during that time, after he actually ran, let's talk about when he ran towards you, right? He could have easily just dropped a ward here in this bush. And so there's no way that the sweeper is going to pick up on that. Instead, you can 100% guarantee that your vision control is going to be situated towards bot side here, and you'd have a lot more control.
So we're talking about doing it, the dive, I have ult, everybody has it, and then we're like, no.
Yeah, you guys should have dove that, especially with Jarvan. Jarvan has ult too.
Yeah, like we had everything.
Senna has no flash. You know Senna has no flash because she tried getting at your ass earlier.
And we know Ashe has no heal, so like I thought it was a really good, and now I overstep.
She ult you? I should have ulted. Yeah, no, you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Never mind.
Yeah, I still go 1 for 1, but it's not good.
No, and now she can control the wave too. She pushes in that wave, you lose 6 minions. Yeah, that's bad. What happened to Karma? Where did Karma go? Why did Karma? Here.
She saw the
this
fight
is
about
lost.
To bring out.
But that fight is lost. Just leave. She also crossed over a pink and didn't hear it. She crossed over 2. 1, 2. So this fight is lost. She can still go clear these pinks. Like, even if she's scared of Udyr, at least ping it. But she doesn't do either. And now these two are up still. They have a solid line here, by the way, of vision, where they can pretty much just get at you. You have no vision control. Okay. This is bad for Karma, actually, because Karma's actually pushing in the wave. Like, whenever she's queuing the minions and stuff like that, she's actually pushing the wave in. Aw, she's dead. Oh! Oh my god, she had shutdown gold too! And she went for the Ashe.
Yep.
Oh, Ashe just got a huge payday. Up 500 gold on you, up about 20 CS.
I hard lose this game, by the way. I am
I don't blame you.
Hard I lose this game.
Who picked first? You or Ashe?
They picked Ashe first.
Okay, so Jhin is never good into attack speed champions. So the general rule of bot lane is
again, they like me on utility, so that's
well, I'm just saying, do you play Varus?
I agree. I don't like this matchup personally.
No, so it's like you don't play caster ADs, so like I consider caster ADs like MF, Jhin, champions that are kind of rugged and slow. Ezreal would somewhat be a caster, but he can do well into attack speed. Either way, though, you don't play caster into attack speed, and you don't play, like, I don't know. You should always go attack speed into attack speed. And so, like, if you do want to go utility here, I think that you easily could get away with Varus, because the second she throws her arrow out and she's in somewhat close range, you can also get into that. Or if you want to go a step further, you also could have played Caitlyn this game. It's like the Caitlyn Karma, you'd constantly have poke onto both Senna and Ashe. You arrange both, and you just deal more damage at the end of the day. Like, sure, you don't have utility, but...
So, the whole thing of Caitlyn, though, is it's a strong side pick, and we don't strong side pot.
I mean, you are drafting Karma, though, and Karma is supposed to be played up. Like, you play Karma to poke, right? You don't play Karma to freeze lanes and then sit back. That's just more like a team dynamic / like drafting, I suppose. Good word placement.
No, I have not had this many deaths in a while. Ooh, it felt bad.
This is a good attempt at freezing here. You know that they're not in lane.
No, I know it's not freezing, so it's just like I'm just gonna.
I mean, slow pushing, freezing. It's a good try. I'm just trying to hold for mid right now. I just don't think that is the play. I think you just stay bot and then try to push in. This is the only chance in the entire game where you'll have to actually touch your tower. Yeah, and you can't even go to clear that either.
No, because like I had nothing on anybody mid.
Man, and they just completely lost that fight too. Karma just wasting time.
Yep.
Fortunate.
And I can't walk up.
I think biggest takeaway from your solo play is itemization, and then also spacing. I think spacing plus itemization. Itemization would probably be your number one thing. Just kind of think dynamically on what can help you out in certain situations. Don't go for cookie cutter builds. But spacing would be like how to make it obvious when you are going for gank or like using your utility to kind of set up. But it also has a lot to do with like that synergy with the support, which truth be told, and I'm probably wrong because I'm just looking at this from outside in, is very lacking. I don't think that there's a lot of synergy.
He wants to go. I want to farm.
Yeah, and you guys should have like that kind of, I don't know, be on the same page at least, because if he wants to go, you need to make sure that you both have a pick that kind of reflects that. And
but
so,
at the same time, we want to play weak side, so we can't really go.
Well, no,
like,
you guys don't want to. I don't think you guys are forced to, right? So.
Yeah, like we don't get ganks, we don't get resources, so like, why would I pick a champ that's gonna go if I'm not gonna get the value? And yeah, I get dove here again. Fun times.
Good try.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This game is team just feeding Udyr, and now it's like snowballing out of control. Again, like, there's like no vision control in your guys this entire game. This is like a team thing.
Udyr. We knew Udyr was exactly there, so why he was standing up there far, I have no clue. We saw him kill me. We knew exactly where he was. Yeah.
You have no vision in this entire area. It's actually very, very funny because you have 3 pinks towards top side. For some reason.
We play towards mid and top. We do not play towards bot.
Yeah, but if you're losing in jungle, right? If you know that he's constantly going to invade, and if you know that he's playing utility, meaning that he's trying to go for picks, you need to make sure that you cover majority of your areas. This pink, if there's no herald up, you should not have it in this pit. There's no reason why.
I think it was for a herald, but I don't think it's been replaced.
Yeah, but you always want to replace. You always want to constantly refresh your pinks. That's why it's good to carry 2. Because right now as well, they know that they can get away with this because Jarvan just used E on the Raptors. Yeah, and he has to flash over ult.
Now Ashe is super ahead.
If she goes Gale Force here, the game is over.
I think she went. Who is it? Hurricane and fucking Kraken. Yeah.
That's also really good.
I haven't tried that Ashe build.
Anything on hit that can maximize the amount of arrows that you're firing out of your attack speed in general is always going to be really good. Ashe is like Twitch. She loves kiting. I said Gale Force because of just trying to get away from Aatrox, Karma, and Silas and creating some gaps. But if you're already ahead like this, then Kraken just does the job. Silas should get out of this fight.
And then we go hard lose this. This felt good too. There was no winning lane in this. Everybody lost lane.
I think this is draft diff.
This is where I hover, and I guess I should have just left him. I don't know.
Yeah, you leave. She flashed forward. She's gonna cut the distance. Her auto slow.
No, I'm dead.
Nah, you can't really cleanse anything. Who's TP? Trying to cut them off. Jarvan went super early.
Yup.
At least just wait until the side section can come through or Karma. Oh my god, they got 2 people.
As I said, I felt really shit this game.
2 for 2. And now Silas is dead. Oh my god, I think he just used his E into the wall.
He did.
Get out. You just get out. I would never use my Gale Force there. I would just save it. Man.
I know I'm starting to tilt at this game because I didn't buy a fucking blue trinket.
Question:
so
when did you guys pick Silas? Because why pick Silas when Veigar is up?
I wanted to say it was towards the end.
Did they ban Veigar?
No.
You always should pick Veigar into Ahri. Veigar is Ahri's #1 counter.
I 100% agree, but
again, I'm the lowest elo on our team, so I don't get the fucking voice.
Do you guys have that system where it's like elo speaks louder than words? I guess.
Basically, is how it's said.
Kind of cringe.
Yep, you're not wrong. Now I'm just getting BM'd down the whole entire game.
Oh, feels good.
By Ashe. Yeah, and at this point too, since she has Kraken Runes, you really can't do anything. You can't walk up.
I can't do anything.
Game's just over for you.
Yeah.
My God, and their Darius is like waking up too.
Yeah, I'm so far behind, can't do anything. See this, I'm like, okay, could possibly get dove. They're not going for it. Cool.
It's a really good board. At this point, if I were you, I would just back up, give Ashe this tower, and then go mid. And try to help out. Because they're all beelining mid. Oh, another TP
yeah, so
play
we
here.
were making a TB play. I actually fucked this up by going.
Could have waited for the.
Early.
Yeah, you could have waited for the W. Oh, you're dead here.
Yeah, I should have waited.
You should let him engage that way that he gets hit with the ult rather than you.
I shouldn't have had to rush it, but I rushed it.
I don't think Aatrox had.
Well,
he actually does.
Yes.
Wow.
This
last
now
second
he does
Q.
Not. But
Oh, he flashed forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are desperation plays. At this point, you need to do whatever you can to get back into the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And this game is very different. I can sense like no one was probably talking here. Doesn't seem like anyone was talking in comms.
Nope. Comms were completely dead.
Yeah, but that's not how it should be going. When you guys are losing, people should be talking. Garvin's dead.
Yo.
Get away from that situation. Darius is dead. Darius is on. Wait, let's fucking pass. But you guys, for the most part, are a good scrim team, right? So what happened this game, you think? Just miscommunication? Or just not playing towards strengths of draft?
This one, like, so we didn't know about the top lane matchup. We kind of just threw it in there. They picked Udyr, and like our team just has a mental boom against Udyr, 100%. I don't get what the problem is. So our jungle really, like, he was like, yeah, pick me J4, but I don't know, like, J4 into Udyr, I don't know if that's a good matchup. I felt like it wasn't, personally. Because I feel like he just gets around the map a lot faster. He has a lot faster clear. Like,
what you could have done too is you could have just went Trundle. Trundle would have been better, or even
Trundle.
Zac. Zac would have been.
I think this is the game we banned Trundle. Yeah, because we would have picked Trundle top. Because that's his usual pick into Darius. Trundle top. Yeah. So this is why we were kind of like, oh, what the fuck do we pick into Darius? Fuck. And that's where Aatrox ended up.
Okay, luckily enough, it seems like they're about to end soon. I think as a team, you guys just kind of messed this game up in terms of like team fighting priority.
Yeah. Every lane got just completely stomped. It wasn't good.
This game, yeah, LDR is really important here. I don't think Aatrox should have went healing reduction. What you could do to offset that is just go Black Cleaver. Because you know that Darius is going to go Thornmill. And so you just go Black Cleaver here. And they still have a huge chunk of this game left. Wow. They also are really bad at closing out.
Yeah, like we should have already lost in my opinion, but
this is fine. No, you can't use your ult here because Udyr's just gonna block it and just keep running. Bad.
Nope, I still end up dying here though.
Oh, the slow, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, that's game now. Should be game. You're trying to kill Ahri here? That's fun. Quadra, does she get a penta? Oh, damn, they tried giving it to her, but she didn't even get it.
Yep.
Okay, well, good thing is that you guys won this scrim at least. You know, you guys won game 1 and game 2. Honestly, if I were you, I would look into itemization, but I think a huge part of it is not even your lane. Or, well, it is your lane, but it's not even your pick. It's more so talking about the identity of the team. What type of identity of comp do you want to have? Because it seems like there's a lot of ideas.
We like playing a lot of front to back. That's what we like playing a lot of. Like, I would say that's what we excel at.
Yeah, but in terms of draft, it doesn't necessarily reflect that, because when you're playing front to back and you have a Karma, which is something that is, you know, on the squishier end of things, it really does seem like it becomes a huge deterrent for you, because then you can't really do anything. And like when you're into a losing lane like that too, where let's talk about the dynamic of the Sivir game, where you're Ashe, you constantly are on the back end of stuff and you need that help. I'm not saying that jungle necessarily needs to put like a leash on you or just camp you or stack a tent up or anything like that, but they definitely do need to kind of help out, especially in those situations where it feels extremely unplayable. And like there were a lot of those moments. In game 2 it got a lot easier because at least you can kind of breathe. But in game 3, but in game 1, that just like it just seems super unplayable.
Well, game 3 I knew I won that matchup, but
yeah,
game 1 and 2 I'm like, I don't.
Is it about, do you also feel like you're not comfortable on your champions' limit?
So again, these are not the champions I normally play. So like, this is me trying to play more utility based. I'm more of a Kaisa Xayah fucking
yes,
old
okay. Yeah, I get you.
Like, I like playing my engage and I like playing my like carry ADCs, but like we don't ever play bot lane, so like I get punished if I play carry champions because we never play around bot.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with, if you want to play utility, you need to make sure that the utility actually has gold. Otherwise, they're just there for that one ability, right? And like the way that those games at least went, it's almost as if like you're just kind of that Ashe ult bot, and that's about it. And like if you die, you die. And like they try to give you kills, but by the time they give you kills, it's a little too late. Yeah, I think that's just like a team identity thing more than anything.
Where it just feels it 100%
super off.
Like, it does. It feels really bad.
Like your support and you have 2 different type of play styles, and you guys clearly like want to have.
So we've compromised like where we will try to look for more aggression, but then he'll go for aggression that's, in my opinion, really bad aggression.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some plays too where it's like he has a bounty and he just throws it in the like he gets a bounty by roaming and efficiently playing the map, but then it kind of goes to waste because then he comes back into lane.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying that him coming back into lane is bad, but it is bad when you come back into lane with all that gold that you've accumulated, and then now Ashe gets a share of that for like no apparent reason.
Yeah, like I think he's a very strong roamer when he's able to like actually roam, but I don't know. So what would your biggest takeaways would be itemization,
right. And then also.
So Ashe like confuses me because she has so many different fucking like build variants.
Right. I mean, it depends game to game. You can't always go the same build. So like, let's talk about the dynamic of something like MF. MF is a champion that has about 4 different playstyles right now. You can go Landry's, you can go Ludens, you can go Kraken. Yeah, you can go Eclipse too. There's just so many different plays. So it depends on game to game. For Ashe, you really want to go Kraken when you're ahead. Gale Force, if they have a lot of like a front to back that is going to engage.
I'm writing this down.
No, I'll rate you a list. By the way, don't worry. I have a list of everything for you.
Okay.
So
I've only picked up Ashe. I want to say like the last like 2. Like, not saying I haven't played her before, but like I haven't really like played her.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
say, like,
it would be like if you're into tanks, I would highly suggest going Kraken, Runin's LDR. That's going to be kind of your bread and butter. You also can throw in a Bork in there. If you're into squishies, then definitely Kraken Runin's is just going to deal as much damage as possible. As Ashe, what you want to do is you want to poke out early, especially with your W, and then kind of zone. Never go for Manamune. Manamune is kind of that trap on Ashe. Where some players will think that they need it. You absolutely do not. Don't worry about mana crystal or anything like that. Just worry about your in-lane aggression. First item should always be Doran's Blade. Yeah, I mean, it just depends game to game, I guess. Honestly, if you ever...
So how it was explained was Doran's Blade is supposed to be more for if they can burst you and they have an all-in. If they're going poke, then you're supposed to go longsword 3 potions. Is how, because of the whole thing with the AP that's how it was explained.
I don't know who explained it to you like that, but that's I guess it's not entirely untrue, but for champions that are looking to get Noon Quiver and scale early, you always want to go longsword. So Xayah,
but I feel like that's every ADC though.
No, it is every single AD, but it isn't at the same time. Champions that need attack speed early.
Okay.
So I'm talking about like Jinx, Xayah, Xayah with Kraken, you know, things like that. When you're talking about the dynamic of going Doran's Blade, it's always good to go Doran's Blade into champions that are going to have elongated trades, meaning that you're going to be able to trade for longer and more efficiently. You never want to go Doran's Blade into a champion that is going to try to burst you early. Or sorry, you never want to go Longsword into champions that are going to burst you early.
So kind of what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. So you don't want to go Longsword into like Draven or like Varus. You want to go D-Blade into those champs because at least you get a little bit of lifesteal.
That and the extra health, yeah.
Yeah. D-Blade is really cost efficient, gives you a little bit of lifesteal, but it's not going to be your end-all do-all. You typically want to sell it before you get second item. If you can sell it and afford second item a lot faster, your power spike will improve a lot over just getting base 80 HP. But yeah, I think itemization probably is like the biggest thing, and then on the same page as support. Otherwise, I think it was fairly good. You did what you could in those games with the resources that you were given, which was, truth be told, like next to zero. But yeah, I don't really think that there was anything that like severely fucked up on. There were some moments too where I think you're overly cautious on the waves. When waves are coming in, you're really scared because you know you don't have any backup, but you always know that they do. So you're kind of scared in terms of pushing aggro and then getting punished for it, and you don't want to be punished for it because then you know that like then your game is fucked since you already have no resources. You need gold in any way that you can get it, right?
That's 100% how I have to play. Like that's my mentality going into it is like I can't be overly aggro because then
you can't afford
I get fucked. Yeah, I can't afford to get behind because then I just lose even more than I'm losing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Which is a fucked up way of having to play the game, but that's how I have to play the game.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I think that you need to have a talk with your support and talk about the presence in the bot lane. It's like when they're not in the bot lane, you are really on an island. Like and that's not really how AD should be. AD should kind of have confidence, and I don't think you have confidence enough to sit in lane all day alone.
No, I can't 1v2 with the Ashe. At least I don't have the confidence to 1v2 with Ashe when I have 0 money.
Well, I don't think anyone has enough confidence to do that because it just seems miserable to play through. Like you can't do anything in that. Like you can try your best, sure, but I mean at the same time, There's only so much you can do.
But no, that's our team identity. Is we play through mid and top, but I'm trying to figure out ways I can improve so at least I can negate most of that. But it feels bad when they get fucking 5 plates and I'm just already superly far behind then.
Yeah, well, sure, it's good and all to play through mid and bot, and
especially top,
playing
yeah.
through, or sorry, mid and top. But at the same time, like, you need to cover your bases. You have no gold in the bot lane, so it doesn't really make any sense for you to kind of be left on an island. And also, when you're dealing with tanks as a team, AD is the one who's supposed to be like kind of shining out to that scenario and doing a lot or doing whatever they can do. And because you have no gold, you can't do that. Like, you're on a crutch for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably a base takeaway from those games at least. I'm sure that other games like sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm sure that other games went a lot better. Just team identity. What you
No,
guys...
our team identity has always been mid and top.
I don't know, because like when you're playing tanks too, it doesn't make any sense to play through top.
Or play through. We've even said that. We've had that talk.
Well, there were a lot of resources allocated in that Malphite mid game where sure, Dan is getting resources and getting value, but at the same time, as a team, you guys aren't. Like, if the lead is being pushed in mid should roam. I don't think in any case, other than like late game TPs or anything like that, does mid roam down. Mid should be crashing.
Nobody room spot.
Like, I couldn't really see how mid state was because I was just looking at AD today, but I mean, like, mid should always roam bot or always look to roam top, and it seems like they're taking like the top part a little too aggro. Like, they need to play towards bot. It's like if you it's the same thing as well. If you continuously keep going at a single lane, eventually as the enemy jungler, I'm gonna key in and I'm gonna realize like, hey, wait a minute, these guys don't really give a shit about their bot lane. Like, their bot lane are just kind of out in the open. And so yeah, I'll just constantly.
There's times I've actually been zoned for 5 minutes straight.
5 minutes straight?
5 minutes straight.
How come your coach doesn't correct these things?
We've called it out before.
But how come he just doesn't say it? Like, to players that like I said, how come they just don't like tell their players then? Like,
because we're playing through again mid and top, so fuck bot.
I don't know. The meta too is really situated towards like bot side carries. What happens when you guys need to play Jinx?
We still don't like give me any resources. I get to play Jinx, but we don't give me any resources, so I still like feel like I'm behind because they get plates and they get everything up. So then I have to play the team fights exceptionally well to get something for myself.
Yeah, I don't know. That should not be happening. Hopefully I can get in some practices or coaching with the other players on your team, but that should...
Our coach has also been pretty busy for this past, like, month and a half, I want to say.
Oh, okay. But, like, I don't know.
So
especially
I'll give him some credit on that, but...
I need to touch base with your support, because there's a lot of support plays that should not be happening. You guys are pointlessly dying in that second game.
Okay, I will tell you our mental of our support. So when we started playing, it was going really good. Everything was fine. We were making aggro plays. Everything was working really well. Then he's kind of had this mentality of like, kind of like, fuck league kind of. So he's been playing stuff like Rumble support, Ashe support, and MF support in ranked.
What's their name?
Huh? He just changed it. I think.
See that Rumble guy?
Yeah, I think that's what he has his name as set now.
Yeah, that does not sound fun. That sounds cancer.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing rank with him, because he's actually a rel one trick, which he does absolutely disgustingly on rel, but we don't ever usually get to play rel because they ban rel and MF almost every game.
Yeah, I mean MF is a perma. Yeah.
Well, that's what we used to play in ranked was rel MF, so we had a disgustingly high like win streak on it.
Yeah, I mean, if he's mental boom and he's like not coordinating with you, then I don't know.
Yeah, our coach yells at him all the time. At least like say you're looking to go in.
Yeah, be vocal, because like there were a lot of plays on the Karma game where he's looking to go forward and he just doesn't say anything, and he has to blow both flashes for 1 kill. Or sorry, both sums for 1 kill. It's just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good though. I'll have like a VOD for you that I can upload to like